Chairman want to be careful. Now a deliberate, a podcast strategy.
Or said that.
Or even before no share that casino, a strategy to get attention. So I mean, and let me be trick. And let me trick up to my castle lamp of hydrating. And let me trick on me, the lion me. And you know, Chairman want to me share that. Who say, Chelsea or Cotono. So I can't tell Mr. Lampa because we might gonna forbid them at them. And typically, no Chelsea beat my castle or Chelsea. Oh, attention about what you so say that. Yeah, man, it didn't quite. Please, are you getting me? She want to be your beer or tableful. Or bet to my want to bet my cabrofo, but what branding your home, the ordinary person or your illiterate or the quasabro for bet you attention. So, Chama want to be apart from on the master the power, your beer or see me air, may on your for. But or cheddar to phone to provoke the system and get the necessary attention. And there will be a to be DVT. No, once I watch here, I say maybe or who as some no comment and this another farmer. No, I can't phone it for the chase. It's all
no, but divert attention.
Good. And so at times in life, no, when you don't understand where somebody is coming from, it may mean A plus. Look, A plus get or does not beg MPP for you.
Really?
Oh yes, it's supposed to be MPP people. Or to be from Chalewe me kwenye nyaba. Eti upebisa. Somebody who on your close. There is nothing A plus does without somebody who know him. Who's all called for the year? Do the people who go A plus? You will be a or you who for me na make I mean sort of say me ah. But I told the idea I won't say no I'm ready. And you won't say when I see A plus and maybe or social media or YouTube obi or you who for biani obia you take a say hey me mobilize it. You see you don't need to mobilize. Oh yeah braver. You don't call for reinforcement. Or say I wish they come and face me. I'll deal with them. But don't say, within 30 minutes to me organize it. That is all you who for. Because people who came no one armed. So why can't you face them? Than to call Nima boys and call this. That's all you who for. Me I've been in Chairman who to me alone. He can handle 1,000 people. Chairman who to me alone. I don't know. Asalesi Kumase. Do you know the people you can't trust them in terms of violence? Kumase. You are talking about Yamin, Zongo boy. You are talking about Yamabongo. You are talking about Mutaka. And some of the elements are general from north. No more trouble. And who to me goes there and use strategy and use anything to silence them to the sense say or silencing them. To the sense, say, you're too about war. I shan't tell you to trust them a cop. Because what you be true. Baby, I'll call Obabaho. Obaba threatening your opponent area. We also will buy opponent. No. Would ya what ya only deal? And this is for one day for no chairman to be from. They are Momuska. And the brown friend no. This is the guy. You're talking about somebody who can silence. And then you're about radio so tell us so. Hey, can I just put you for?
Hey,
can I Japan you seriously? Make me sort the same me. Was it me see me lamp me who for me see yeah kasa we are gig quack. So deeper the whole Ghana. Deeper so soon. I am soon or your heart. Do you know the Greek minister? No, a Greek minister. Brian Achampon. Brian, let me on record, Brian Achampon. What Brian Achampon can do, and I would say Minister of Interior and then National Security. But you see Brian Achampon making Kenya.
Daben.
Go, they are the people, they are the red men. They are the red men, and then yeah, social media. Hey, social media. Kenya, often Kenya. Hey, who boy? And teacher want to be A plus, Maurice Ampaw. You want to be from A plus. Maurice Ampaw, any Kennedy Japan, you for. That's the headline. We are all cowards. Yet, boom. That's the time I shake it. They are called transnational. But 30 years, I see our bones and them.
So won't you take a year bra A plus ni su any the ban done during the day as if
No.
So people are asking say what do you gain if you see him?
You see, Patapapioto, and then run a raw. A plus, Kenya, and disrespect or the pop political game, or the agenda, or the strategy. And me, I'm MPP biased. So when he sit there, he's destroying MPP. Two Nihenya, and then Sankika.
How is he destroying MPP? Like,
No,
how is he destroying MPP? It's a party that he himself on your MPP.
Daben.
But he's a sympathizer of the new party.
Oh, we feel much.
A plus,
We feel
a free
much.
MPP.
Long time. Space no call.
A plus is no longer a sympathizer of the new party.
No, at all. A sympathizer cannot head the party in any way. Do you know the reason why I've come down?
Debbie.
In this country, in those days, so you did Mama time, Lawyer Maurice Ampaw. Now, where was Babumu? Maybe say, Mama, 2012, 13, 14,
15, 16 years.
Mama was everywhere. Where was Babu? Babu was in the JSS.
Hey.
Yes. Like Babu said, we were more than 7 years or 8 years as a lawyer. It's my junior. I'm 22, 23 years in practice. Babu is less than 10 years or 12 years in practice. The brand me lawyer like Babu GSS. And the brand started no 2012, 13. Let me TV3.
A year
election
petition. Yes, of course. Yeah.
I sat there for 8 months analyzing the election petition. It was fresh, has never happened. The judges there were confused. Because one, the law was not there, the procedure was not there. Now you need rules of law to govern the election petition. We have not developed the law because that's the fact, the Supreme Court judges were confused. And you have a lawyer going to sit to analyze a court case that the whole world was watching, legality, and let's me analyze you. I analyze and legally predict the outcome. Go and see. Me yourself for 8 months, no. That is why I became a celebrity lawyer. Now, see, Lawyer Ampaw, what you have done. Me and then my mama changed me. That's a former for changing me. They all changed me. They wanted me to come to their camp. I refused. But that time I was very, very neutral. I was there to educate the other Ghanaian. That is why I'm meeting. And from that day, from that day, every day TV3. And that is why Lawyer Ampaw, all the media houses, including here. Fatih was my small girl. Fatih.
Yeah, Fatih Seboli.
Fatih, small girl, me could deal sister BH, and I'm a catcher over the route. Fatih sister. Fatih was my student. Me just at Fatih media law. Fatih was my student. My friend said, Bolare, I'm a student. Sampiale, I'm a student. Bevolate, I'm a student. I taught them media law. Oh, they say. And I've taught for so many years media law, company law, and then business law. And most of my students are now lawyers. My motivation are more than 100 lawyers today are all my students. Media house, media house, including Fatih, was my student. Fatih, I'm a student, no. Once I was but you see me, I don't brag. So everywhere in the radio station, many radio station, me students anywhere mention that there. So you see much, but because my government is in power, and the Oka, now so I can't now limit him, and I'm I take over the airwaves. But you know, you to me, you throw back up another bomb, you throw legal bomb. You can't wait here. Me program maybe headlines. But for me to tell you, say me and me can't secretary the poem. I added mine.
You added yourself.
Yes.
Who you home for?
Yes.
Usro.
Usro
BB.
Yeah, no. You who for?
And you be a born training pen.
Yeah, 3 people they born training. First one, your case I make I think 2015 case. Now me go defend it. Boy, or share obi edumaso in terms of omokra when they say machines and a boy no yi machines di bia na wakoton enti obefam as a lawyer to defend, and that is where in the course of defending no say no di machines di bi on the machines di bi akosie baby a pursuit anone say the phone ehun watch machines no enti no yeah case no and obe confine me say Lawyer Ampaw, can I talk to you as a lawyer? Let me say yes. What's the case now? You know, I got 16 televisions, 22 Samsung DVD players, any fridges. Me they ko share ho. Enti bo minya bela. Me ko ya me ma obi. Na me so ma febi. Me tell me say no, I can't do this. It's not possible for me to do that. Minim how the following three days. Police following your side information, and then they took him to that place. Now we retrieve items. And then my own clients, after on your bill, I came to me and said, Ampaw, I'll kill you. Me Beni. I say me kum. I say, and then Monday, say Friday, who survive here? Me kum. Let me say, I was like, you kill me spiritually? I said, yes. Because you disclose my secret. And now I'll deal with you. Until may call 7 days by Friday. That's what he told me. In my face. At my office. So I looked at him.
7 days?
Yes. You don't have to listen to me. I have a living God. But I've never disclosed. I'm personally disclosing here. But not in one coming. Because they were quite, yeah, they know. And I say, okay, 7 days is a young share. Every day, I'm in counting. Now, me people, I'm real. And this guy kept on sending me messages. 2 days more. and then, that is Friday. Thursday, no, man, na. Me do be breeze. Labo be woo. Me yiri. Me ma. Body man, am I here? Me so me to be catch obi. Me so me to be catch me to be go court. Because on me to be on 13 me self physically go kumi. Or say spiritually no. Obey me after so ye gbeni. What himself Thursday me down side I'm sorry na me can say anyame. Say boy to me kumi pa na onye nyame. Na mami succeed me ka until unim Thursday man na me da 3. Then it's a Friday. What I say me say by 12 we no. Adichie 12:1. 12:01.
1.
Until
what's the new day?
You I told me put say me what's up say na me nhufu a aka sa kwasa sem aboy be kai ofu ba omo asamaja so case no people started calling, hey samaja is come okay any case issue no hey you know they are okay say footballer big journalist big come on masembi amomo no okay say omo no
yeah
you and the people were like asamaja. Hey, only before Jan, omo contractors o. And the first Samuel Jan. Before Jan, the in-law, Nana Anthony. Only Motiane Yetuma, or Russia Road. What do I say? So, couple with all those things, once I was doing the case, the threats that were coming from people, and Samuel Jan, was like,
someone number 110.
Yo, let me case him. So, what have I done? And you know, and who can clear me mono? Do you know how I overcame that fear? Was I started chasing Samajan everywhere he was. This Samajan and no. The best way to defend is to attack. Until the Baba no be the one. Because that is somebody I'm for say mean soul because I'm a man or beto ama. Until baby I want no me pure. Be pure upon us be no matiamo. No matrase. So the question is like, this boy. Are you getting me? Until I don't know na me overcome na me go win the case no. And now can so I don't know who be me who can say mama tan me can say mama eja muntie fo no nti me fasting refi na mo refi mama me say me fasting na fasting me no my call anger strike na me na ba ko can say ma if you dey chia comedy me o comedy me ama 2 days na me ko didi a e say me ko tete na me ko didi and one day me tell you say asem asem a make e Ghana for moji to mo maka me man so monitor me. If you don't say that you say you are fasting. Odi I said one day me to odi na me say kwasia. Some fasting na politician me ko come mo. Na do dey nko 40 ho. Omo church chinga and omo difference and chicken. The money yanku abuchi. Me na maintenance we fasting. And I me break it fasting. No me feel say bia there will be a form of an enforcement be ama. And what I'm trying to say is that times no. Some of the things we do no. Often henya. Uye henya. Once the system to bomba could be and it's full. So the boy mama to. Bomb me. Bomb me to and it's full on platform so. Me say mama winia makotogo. No full. My mom headache.
I'm so do a phone and
No. You see, let me tell you something in my lifetime. One thing that you can't get me is to buy me.
Obiantiminto.
Sanka ebe tonka mi ye mama time. Me phone na 2012. Me be a hero. Why both political parties say me. Mama ma details who were after me. And how they were. Bra me TV am election la notice no. Ye pe no. Na nana mo abua kache me say. Mama want to see me. Me ignore no. Then Randy Abe. Esma Bridget Otu. Abe catch and say, Mama, say, who is this guy? And he began to catch him and say, Randy Abe say, Mama, Mama, no. He was closer to the Randy Abe. And all guided Mama fee. Then, a friend say, Amaliba.
Lawyer Amaliba.
Yes.
Amaliba.
Also came to approach me. Then, Mutala. Is it Mutala? Mutala. They all approached me in TV3. Mama should me seriously. So me obi a me opportunity star. Kabadista me minister. Mama mo time did me did. At that time nana NDC MPP full so push me. Osafo Mafo was looking me seriously because or say offend say our NGOB. I didn't go. Chairman to me. It's my small boy.
Chairman to me is your small
it's
boy.
My small boy. I'm saying authority. Chairman to me is my small boy.
How?
One, in terms of age, me about 4 no. Me 55, 56 years. Chairman, you're 40-something years. In terms of age. Number 2, me GD no, na chairman to be need here. Me GD na chairman to be bush or yet gold business. Nobody knows chairman to me. But that time now or the business I would seek. If I don't know to come to London, that time me GD. The BGD not amount to me was seriously doing his gold business. Or you're quiet in the system. I'll pray. When I say we chairman for when I say the constituency the constituency is baby education Mr. Warno. When I say do tomorrow. Whoa, homono chairman to be pray. Bosomche. Good. 81 in terms of politics, no one in terms of age, but in him 3. My name is scary. My name is scary. Obi on me be an agent. So many more country them say. Me go school no. Let me check at 3. Me go school no. You see, this is on air. Me school no.
Now we cast 3.
Me cast 3. A see me there we. I have 3 houses as a student. So this is, you see, this is public. Listen to me. I'm a lucky chap. Me school no. Now me for the woo. Emma, the Japan didn't already well and I bet Tommy lies so. Once before that, I worry, mammy and son. And me for that car say, the baby obey your law piano take over the assets. At that time, no, 1976. Now me 60 something. Now me year law. Never first born or your law or London. No jai local teacher. And when they read the will never told me so. So I inherited my father's properties. And at school, no, not my top Benz as a student, law student. Me the 3 cars they go school. And now, me worry as me school. Me worry. I told me the and me upoto. So once I was at the law school, I was fabulously rich.
Nebi wo ho.
I saw my students.
Eta ho.
Me jedi senior, me jedi sa amuyate, no. They are all there. Or everybody that can talk who knows me. I would do something I would do no engineer. But me yellow now would do swim say SS1 or SS2. But they all know, say Lawyer Ampaw. Crazy. And to me, before my lawyer, no, let me crack me and say, it's me die. I worry. I a wedding.
How old were you by then?
At that time, we were 20, 27, 28, 29. And to be in the Ampaw. And now, maybe a lawyer, no. My kissing me worth, me value, and assets. Kumase, it taking me 6 months to build an 8-bedroom apartment. 6 months. Why is wound to me? And you know, maybe call wound to me, no. Them say wound to me somebody. When wound to me, I was in Accra. When wound to me begged me. So be wound to me radio and say, but opo boom all the views.
Wound to me begged you.
Begged me. Called me in Accra. Now, pal. The baby wound to me station. But Accra no. Obi one no news. And I need you to come and open the station for me. And I'm a Syrian. And I'm say, okay, Chama, time do maybe Yamao. 2000, COVID period of the moon. Yeah, close it down.
2020.
2020. I close it down, Accra, everywhere. And I tell my cancer, Lawyer, Mr. Shen, me ye, but me yet test transmission. And if I come say, na be station, no. Na shelter, and I'm a sick key. I'm a farm, me plane. Na me call it. Now locked down. Obi anye juma. And to me call me say me go station. Me go do station on. I say, I half complete. But almost there we know. And a chairman in Crawford, they did not own a bomb. Guess now, I'll call Jamie Quano. And I made 2 bombs. What bomb? Me say, election cry. Me the Josh about to election. So, not Chairman say, I don't say, now COVID, you know, Uncle Salai. What's it? Social distance.
Yeah.
And when I put up a legal argument, because to the constitution, a legal argument, no, now Chairman say, yeah, Lawyer Ampaw. That's somebody, and now Chairman, but in the 2020, no, you slow was a certain COVID, no, I'm a which rabbi, and I so, I'm saying, you know, and today a person I can tell you the end to Abba. So when I said that Chairman to say, hey, Lampa, where the bomb with you, just all come on the station, so Chairman forced me, and then quickly we had one-on-one interview. And when I said that station, I never got 500 views. Me what say say na nepo 2,000, 3,000. Me real no. Na ni pa 30,000 K. Chama say me real me say me bia no. Boss ye jaya don't mess with down. That's how they started to do. If everybody so say na me patrol. You don't go back to a club, so a club can lock it down. It mommy hotel ma. Na anope be analysis. That is how we started. And see, maybe analysis, I do tell me that social issue be by and I make care about our say, no, you're not only good in law, but our same. No, I say, Lawyer, stay shame. I'm saying, Chairman, you can't pay me. Because why I'm a lawyer. And I cannot leave my law profession and go to the media. I mean, you're trained journalist. And it becomes a Chairman to say, let's strike a nice deal. Give me 2 hours of your airtime for free. Now, because I mean, develop a program. Na me so benye na advert ne ba me da shem bottom because you can't pay me. Na Chairman said it's a right deal.
Obi said dadaba lawyer. That's why you don't have feelings for the ordinary.
I do because me no me a zongo boy. Me wa me papa die. Bra me 2 years. Enti me no ya titi mo tanga se lai. Sukula, Mamplobi, Choco. And my Tom Brodo, I to ice cream, I to wait to me. I'm a super boy. Me contemplate, me small boy still Lord Kobe. I tell Lord Kobe. And now you're director with them. I'm small boys. We were street boys at that time. And you know, and then like what did I say? So me, I'm a hustler. Obi onim lampa make us say this one will go over. I don't, so you can't lie. I'm a zongo boy.
You're a zongo boy.
Zongo typical zongo boy.
Unyin
Meaning what that area? Atabigoshi.
Latebiokochi na unyin ye.
Meaning what Tangaselai. So Tangaselai. I was a fool ho. Meaning Tangaselai, Manbrook. Me left. I am man probi choko. Right here, Kaneshi. When I say, me north no. Zongo. I better. And I south no yeah. When I say Manbrook. And Sukula. That is why I grew. I grew with Lord Komemo. So I'm a street boy. Me in poverty. Although my father was a lawyer, my father was a minister of the Tunisia regime. But what the guy buy no guy mammy. So yeah, like guy was Ghana, no the money you call Brucey. So me a hustler. But because the meaning me Bob Brana me do stage for the we no. And I mean inherit some of his property. And to me go school no my rich. That's how God me. And to me me share me school. Me worry before me a lawyer. Me to be the money before me a lawyer. Me to 3 cars before me a lawyer. Me see me dance and me a lawyer. And how can who to be taken of me? And I want to be no. Me can't want to be so to be. What happens? Let me tell you arrangement. Many want to be there's no pay. He's not my master. I have 2 hours free. Maybe the robo mra na robo suppose. I don't want to go too much in politics. Until me mra na robo suppose I can discuss trading issues and marriage matter. And that is how I did rana robo sem. Na me start here. Me start here. I develop my own content. So as we speak right now, me want to be employee. He doesn't pay me. He doesn't. I go to my house only me. I own myself. That's why I speak my mind. And you can say me will be a minister man. Jesus Christ. I can buy some my blue. I can be a minister. And Nanado knows my father in and out. My father Nakola in Nanado. Yale Law School me 3 prizes. No, Nanado the only prize. I was the best student in law of evidence, best student in company law, best student in marriage law. And then the whole world, you go audition for DSTV. And then me family court, the family bench, many judge. Seriously, every Monday, 8:30 for DSTV.
What done celebrity lawyer?
And yes, madam.
Oh yes,
no, I am
celebrity lawyer.
I am even more than that.
You are even more than a celebrity lawyer.
That's what I do. You know when you want attention.
You're more than a celebrity lawyer.
Because me obia me coffee.
And a plus as a manager. We are more than celebrity lawyer. I mean, what
A plus medical discipline. Me na me in the court. My judge no or ya Johnson. Obisa judges of Johnson twice. Now my brand one no ya bunisa. But at the time, the judge can say, you will not spend Christmas. Now, what to be A plus intense. Because it's between fine and sentence. And the amount of 650. Who is about so somebody can say, Nisubrino? What fine is 650? No, or can say, what fine is Nisubrino? And the A plus, but they can't defeat the court back. And now, second one, we started the call here, and that's what penny you. Who said, after judgment, we can say stupid judgment.
But after judgment, you know. So because the judgment is stupid, is it a contempt of court?
Yes, it was. It takes a stupid judge to write a stupid judgment. If you're not stupid, you can't write a stupid judgment. It was the judge in that time. So when they call court, the case is penny water court. Oh, that's and you know A plus there. Oh, you mean like it? Oh no, I call it.
Lawyer, drama me kakra na menko eye Accra International Press Center na mene ye reporter wo ho Joel Sanko Joel e den akoso ho
Sefah e mi wo Ghana International Press Center na menanti so de fixing the country movement. And now, press conference and now last year fix the country movement. Which was complaining about the situation in the country with corruption and with unemployment. They came up with a number of issues. Now, another group it came up from fixing the country movement. Now, press conference. Now, fixing the country movement, no, to say yes. In near maybe but Abanya is actively putting measures in place to fix issues in the country. Now, and then one issue akoso and I say, if I say, I check what Omanima survey pertains on corruption. The Airbus scandal, no, and no one and no press conference. Now, over many years now, no, courts in the UK and in the US have cited the Airbus scandal as one of the worst corruption scandals or international corruption scandals to hit the globe. Now, countries like Malaysia and the UK and many other countries are a woman na bon sa scandal ma Airbus air manufacturer of both military and then commercial aircraft no they engage in bribery and as a corruption scandals and sika to top government officials in various countries to ensure that they purchase both commercial aircraft and a military aircraft from Airbus company. Now, Ghana is one of those countries. Ghana at all 3 military aircraft from Airbus. They believe say the investigations which came out in the site and say the purchase of these 3 aircrafts, military aircrafts, they were based on bribes. Airbus leaders, Airbus in Penimpobi, Etia, Emma Ghanaian government. And at that time, former President Mills administration, and there was at the time they decided former President John Dramani Mahama and India said they were part of this scandal. Normally say yes and yes, yes, Abechema still, even though other countries have taken persons cited in this scandal to court and then jailed some of them to an extent. Ebimu but over Ghana, Ora, former President John Dramani Mahama, he was cited in this scandal. No? Besi ne onini nuano yen fun say aban and I say prosecuting bodies no are taking any steps to ensure say their actions, legal actions have been taken against them now. Almost say eneno abedu afuno abedu omomene asena almost say steps should be taken against the former president Edini Nyana you were cited in this Airbus scandal no. Now so far no omatro akoma special prosecutor and Omaka Chen said the active steps must be taken against them now. Before that, almost trauma police for them to engage in picketing at the offices of the special prosecutor. Not only they accord the office of former President John Dramani Mahama. So far, no only police are the but finally, no, the police has given them the green light to go on with the picketing. Ever course November 16th. On November 16th, the picketing was start from the offices of the special prosecutor. Now, our office of former President John Dramani Mahama. Now, I'm afraid a press conference. Now, lead convener of fixing the country movement. Ora Ousu Bempa, and the general secretary. A Kwaba Jesse. I don't know general secretary of fixing the country movement. I'm gonna lead press conference here and I'm outlining these measures and so Ghana International Press Center now. Therefore, so
Joe, what I'm putting at him, I know I say, would the and 7 be a free hot bray, you say, oh, I'm counsel over. Now, what's the name of what I'm for what you want?
Now, as I said, almost a conference, a press conference here. And Mamuli didn't so me a Ghana citizens almost press conference. And I'm decided so mobile. I'm with a jump to and they will say, and go at a fixing the country movement convener and the general secretary. And there you are. It's the Omana Uchi Omunkain.
Joe's uncle, my man, I say, na ya hear him so bit babedu. Ubedrua, the Akanina, the Ehon Enkomo ha. Joel Sanko, a reporter, or Ghana International Press Center, Ewo, a young Crancrodium, ho, and fixing the country movement. And at 1 year and Trump, 1 would and send me a 2 regarding Airbus scandal. The office of the special prosecutor has what to do and Kebayan common homework to expedite the investigation process. Now, Ubian Hubo Mubian Emra, any Yamra Fia Nayan Twan Commercial, a year Lawyer Maurice Ampaw, lawyer at Manim. And I know said these issues Airbus scandal.
You see, let me first say, like you said, Daben is a big disappointment to we finna say Nanado's appointments are one of the worst appointments made so far is for the president to appoint Kisa Daben.
Why?
Now we prove beyond reasonable doubt say appointment they didn't think through and whether we be neighboring Nanado in this spiritually to appoint Kisi Ajaben because since Kisi Ajaben by me who say the only case or you interested that or the Pedria, then you nyam the bibia 2 no yes to the sense only say currently no what petition the Chief Justice say it is a law no or take case no ye in few what was seize you bisika court ama order say you say fini pakuliska we say fini sika so no what's our biom oje ye no nisika wo dem no so ko fani nia ti mame no wa resign ti ene oni adwuma nisika wo dem no so wakofa o wie so the bank account no wo de wonsa koto so wo so a case no wo ready say obekọ na court akotie wu wo file application say court ma order na yen confirm your order no a wakofa 1 month wakofa 1 month no ena Sefah Danquah Sefah pa let's say 1 month no do so and yen abiti time na ka 2 weeks na they say yes because what since I did bay my sika ko fire no ebe na mam yedidi 2 the bank account on so no uchi 1 month it is too fine you make sure say you bet about 3 weeks and then you go court say you could hear some na Kisi Ajaben atam judge no aja come Chief Justice say judge no kasa no nyi ndi the judge no ntwe no ho fi asem no mu na interna asem na mbaso Kisi Ajaben ejai all corrupt related cases na nakasa ba court o enti no bisa ho say Sefah Danquah case states any complaint say ye wi nisika Sefah Danquah case obi me kan Sefah Danquah agene peswa case state ni can say waboka case obi nye complainant but who see suspicion sa case no we need more na ya can say so sika wo millions of dollars any other related offenses ewo office no Sefah Danquah case no na Ajaben nam ena all easy na all book judges kwedu so you could see clearly say we lose focus seriously I say he's so tense and he want to use Sefah Danquah as a test case. Meanwhile, my tell me to buy out because the way I will prosecute you, I will investigations part is like we Kisi Ajaben koya no the media food delete me who busy obi okoy investigations na I say media be cover na the moment obi investigations na no grant interview who investigations asema who nya no not that court of public opinion na join news war all the information before somebody be court and you know Kisi Ajaben nanado me just when no
wow
oh yes definitely because sebi all the pointing no him says as kwase adwuma say no be ya where kwase adwuma o say sika
onto sebi kakra
o say
onto sebi
ma trasai adwuma yansuma o yes like
adwuma na o yesisia na adwuma yansuma
no that's one no ina sika yira na be aba sika yira o ko hwe aba ka cho say
but the person in question is politically exposed.
But then
and Diagwa Kunse scan one day more. Should we not be concerned?
And we are concerned now. Wakasa uni evidence say we say we suspect you. Joe, and they say me what evidence says Sefah Danquah area and no me ko body do straight to. But me suspect say sika. What you in the world now the SCA say sika display sika. What do I say? Sika display. What I'm trying to say is that there are more serious matters.
Like
lying.
Like Airbus. Special prosecutor, and forget about the issue.
No. Let's see a balance.
Okay.
You see, it's
so
not
of your hacker, no
you. But it's like as if you currently know, Sefah Danquah ordinary holding because you didn't here also NDC for. What do you come up?
Kisi Ajaben through NDC for.
It won't be about the fa. Or the far ruling government. Now, I say, oh, any ruling government, current agent, oh, I say, it won't be about the fa. So, Kisi Ajaben said, when you mean him, no, able to be punk, I say, we in few. or your disaster, or your bombshell, or
President and Saki Kisi Daben.
engine if you, Papa no, we lose control. And I'm saying justice. Petition be why bar, you transfer the note now. Petition officially by the close of Friday no, on determine whether the judge will continue and not because time is of essence. Some people cannot determine the judge who will sit on the matter. He doesn't. He want to be. He want to select the judge. Or yeah, we're going to be shopping, or shopping for judges. We're going to who shopping. Oh, case judge women penal. Or shopping for a judge. In a matter, himself, if you have a good case, you don't care which judge sit on the matter.
Two quick issues. Answer the commodity trainer Benavi. You are a sympathizer of the New Patriotic Party.
Yes, currently.
Currently, Ghana Forces Musa said the party that you support, Ghana say, economically.
Where is the evidence? And have they forgotten where we're coming from? And have they forgotten the global challenges that every nation in the world is facing now? And have they forgotten about the sacrifices this government have made to make Ghanaians, to cushion Ghanaians in times of the turbulence?
But we are paying for those things.
We don't care.
We are paying for those things.
We don't care. We pay for what?
Lawyer, we are paying for the COVID-19 levy in Sua. Yeah, the time for free now. We are still paying for it.
The Ghana economy, since Nkrumah time, has never been stable. You run the economy, you're dependent on foreign aid.
But your government promised of changing the status quo, the structure of the economy, from taxation to production. 6-7 years down the line. Should we go back to the same argument?
No. The issue is that you may have that desire, but the reality of the matter is that boom. COVID played a role where nobody, ever buying, no one say COVID beba. What Russia Ukraine, the hope and aspiration, and the government carry a lot of responsibility here. Because if you come and create any other social interventions to cushion Ghanaians, no. Meaning, you cannot see
free SHS for the past year. From September 2017 up until now, Sika Ediasem is not up to 20 billion Ghana cedis.
And you know, energy contracts are previous government government bohuka, and we're say kai da ho interest. Any other issues are government have to deal with. For instance, the issue of paying debt, banking crisis, government intervene, and can so many deputies, the government took upon itself, and a lot of developmental projects are so called when the economy of the world is shaking, global recession. We are not on, and Britain,
but they have buffers.
They
have buffers. Lawyer, they have buffers. Do we have buffers?
Yes. Buffers. Out of currently you see 2022 situation that we find ourselves in. The way dollar sir Balogono and stabilizing Kakrai.
Yeah, from January up until now, I stabilize it.
Kosher inflation rate.
Depreciation has been somewhere around 3-4%. So it's not been that volatile.
Inflation,
but you picked inflation from a lower figure.
For whom we say, baby, I didn't do you know. Nanka ya kono aye hu ya no ano. Se say nyama stabilize. Bank of Ghana be crack crisis o mu no or to them yi. I am a SRT boy. So it's no mean ya. The problem you have is that where is the alternative? Who is giving hope?
So you feel so nobody is giving hope. Alan Chematin is not giving hope.
Now Alan Chematin cry on a disaster. A disaster. Alan Kasano on fixing himself in way. He's part of this government. He was part. And he cannot run away from it. Unchained by 1 year to elections. I'm a town policies.
Alan Chematin is a disaster?
It's a disaster. Politically and economically. Because you are part of this government, cabinet minister. So could you two profess some of the things that you were saying, you know? Why didn't you leave early? The first term of Ronaldo, if you are principled enough, you should have just leave the party. What trust and the rule government need to out. And Mama is not the alternative.
So who is the alternative?
Is Baumia. He has to continue with
Baumia is the alternative.
He has to continue with that the alleged mess I work on. On na one my tio.
Lawyer, so because alleged mess and I just mean I make count. So are we not
listen to me?
Are we not experiencing it in
Ghana? Tio. On na buy and na. Omago buna betu ne. No, man start to say almost to nyame ye. And we can see say nyama is stabilizing. Why don't you want the man to continue? Than to bring a change of government that will be about 4 years. Then the part about 4 years, I catch and say, no government and no president can change the status quo in 4 years. It's too short a time. Then the part about 4 years, when him say every 4 years, the first year, transition. Transition, it takes 1 year before government to be appointing the ministers. Second year, now NDC for Koto about Eko Yiwo, the successor. Oh, that's here. And what can the mama do?
A couple of messages about Lossie, please, you are a sympathizer of the MPP, but speak truth to power. Haven't you seen how bad the MPP party has collapsed the country? Speak truth to power regardless of any political party. We from SK, from Poma Brokwa, Abbas Sefah Maurice Ampaw is one of my best lawyers in Ghana, but my mentor, please, I want you to stop defending persons like Usu Bempa, and please, still JDM is coming, whether you like it or not. Godwin America. Lawyer den house. Okay.
Mama ba me country me now. Me ceremony, me big send of party. Na mama Togo.
A couple of messages in that mean pick a final statement. Sefah, your reporter is unprofessional. He spoke as if he's one of them. Oh, I don't know. Yes, sir. We don't do that. I see. You see why I say Maurice Ampaw has no feelings for the suffering masses. He supports the corruption and thievery that government is using to impoverish our dear nation. Time will tell. No, every King Farouk, good afternoon going out to you. Also, Emmanuel, I will also stop asking him about the economy because he's beating around the bush. Okay, Emmanuel, I will deal with the Bicham, currently CSF. Sefah, please ask lawyer to tell us between the two terms which one is the best performance. One of the other and Brad Joe Arthur, I'll say he's an MPP panelist, so address him as such. Okay.
Yes. I'm not hiding me smart. But this is A plus money UTV for almost station I say you're neutral.
Lawyer, finally.
Mon can change this if you say Ajuboko Mama and men.
Nathan Denya will be decided.
Me na make sure me the injunction.
You can have your say.
Spiritual injunction at all. Spiritual injunction.
What is spiritual injunction at all? Mahama so.
So I say when you broken heart 2024.
Lawyer, ma'am.
Sure. Baumia, you are declaring in the spiritual realm as a president. And now all Bauswa, I have followed the investment bad for the first time. I have full investment, you know. You to me, it's mama man on matching. And now, almost insulting ya, na mejini ya, na send it to them.
Mate.
And so before that, they say, "Mama, yan tu eboase na yan koso Ghana be." That's my final.
Ora Maurice Ampaw, lawyer, man, I say we say Odim Rena ba ye fidu emu EpaHoaDaben so and now need to komo. You say Nansen u free Kumasi ba ye be san ba. Na ye no aba betena se. Na ye din komo.
I am a bad find this in the bra. Mind this in the metro, and I'm in the Katwa.
Mate. Next time, Oba, you're the end. Lawyer Maurice Ampaw, now is getting to drink on happy 98.9 FM. And was good out, say, also back to the sender, inshallah, you remain in those while Bahama is being voted back into power. Miana, Kim Farouk, good afternoon going out to you. Hian Michelle, good afternoon going out to you. Sabato, GH, good afternoon going out to you. Obo Ye DEQ. If Ken wins the primaries, what will you do, lawyer? One of the what the estima eba you know. I told you sir. Or see if Ken wins the primaries, what will you do?
Ken.
Alaji Atrase. Mama Alaji Atwenya che. Alaji call for a year PC ship. me can't PCC, but me parliamentary candidate for Medina constituency. Alaji. Akwaba. Me just say Pomboko there. Alaji who now? But you try microphone kakra mame.
Ejuma no sorry say ultimi bomoden now ye nini na wa food or son ye ni.
O ye ni nyina ye no kre. Enti wa fo no dɔɔso. Enti uguzu a o ye ni nyina.
Papa.
How is Obika say describe who a? How will you tell the person about you? Because a cheerful person who onipa ko Alaji.
Your friend Malaji Abdurrahman Diallo. I have been a multimedia personnel for President Kufuor for over 30 years.
Multimedia personnel for President Kufuor for over 30 years. 30, a generation.
Absolutely, over 30 years. And I've also run all the multimedia services for His Excellency Aliu Mahama.
Wow.
I'm into branding, I'm into animation, I'm into business and many other things as well.
So within those 30 years, you could have decided to go for any PC ship in any constituency. Why did you choose now? And why a year Medina constituency?
Basically, I tried to put down a very great program.
Okay.
And more so, one has to understand something, that you wait for your time.
Okay.
You build your image, you build your reputation. You create a niche that makes it fit for purpose.
Happy 98.9.
Then you go in for that particular project. The parliamentary thing I contested in 2016 in Medina. But upon certain advice, I stepped down and ensured Boniface had his day.
In 2016?
Absolutely.
You had to step down?
Yes, I
for
did.
Boniface to have his day?
Absolutely.
Why?
You see, sometimes when you have a certain advice that this is where the wind is blowing and this is what will make the difference, you sometimes have to listen to cool heads and make sure you get the right time for your coming. And more so, when I contested for Medina projects, I made an e-switch for all the delegates and started to put together a lot of programs in Bin. So currently, as I decided to go, I've registered over 117 companies under Zango.
You've registered over 170 companies
under Zango. Mine is to create a difference. You see, basically, when you talk about Zango, you're talking about your community. Zango means our community in Hausa. The word Zongo is not the right word. The right word is Zango. So we decided to create a different narrative for the Zango, which is a better narrative of who we are as a people. Zango is a group of people that comes from all over, everywhere to settle, like settlers. So at the end of the day, in our current Zango situation, we have Christians, we have Muslims, we have all characters of people. But to be associated with violence or all kind of bad names is something that I'm not comfortable with. So I decided the dream is to create a Zango group of companies so that we help change the narrative. Young men and women are coming out of school, they will get jobs. Businesses have thrived and all that. In this regard, we are preparing a place to do one of the biggest abattoir, which will kill about 2,000 cattle a day.
Where is that?
Then we will set off a project in all aspects of the country called the Zango Coastals, where our meat can come over there so that we link the butchers to our meat so that we can get a halal food that is devoid of unwholesomeness and all that. Because you have to dream big, You have to act upon it, and you have to make sure it resonates with the people, so that together they will help make that dream a reality.
So these ideas that you're sharing with me, you feel they resonate with the people at the. So this one, I won't want us to talk about the whole Ghana, but Medina, to be specific, it resonates with the people
In
of
fact, my
Medina.
project under the Zango is a West African affair. It's not even Ghana alone.
Wow.
We are talking about a situation whereby we will create more than 50,000 employment within the next 3-4 years. Because every community that you go within the West African, you will find Zango.
True.
Great minds, footballers, most of them comes from the Zango. So let's harness the talents, let's harness the greatness of their creativity, their culture, and all that. To do whoever gets up wants to go to KFC, others, and go and get some nice bite and all that. We decided to do Zango food, where you do a great tuzafi, wache, and all that, so that people can have a great meal of tradition. We won't sell carbonated drinks. At the end of the day, we will sell milk, pure milk. We sell sobolo, we sell asana, we sell zonkomi, we sell those kind of great food. With the women putting on their hijab, doing their business all over the country. So we are bringing a third force within the food chain that will satisfy our adage that food is medicine. So we need to eat something that is good, that will make it a difference. Currently, as we speak, people are getting kidney diseases.
Yes,
People are
all over.
getting so many other diseases. It's part of the kind of food that we eat that I call junk food, which results in that way. So let's create a different
all of these things,
aspect of lifestyle.
all of these
that
things
our-
you're doing on your own.
Of course, I'm doing on my own.
We don't
together
support
with
from-
some.
okay.
No, we have some partners along.
But politically, Yanko Medina,
Yeah.
how are the grounds like for you?
The grants are good. I've got a very nice executives. We've talked with the people of Medina. I'm talking about the delegates. An exercise ensure where people were coming for their voters card and all that. We supported in that regard. We go there, we talk to people. We make sure they feel at home. And we assure them of the ventures ahead that will make them employable. Those are the most important things in life.
And that's what you've been telling them.
Absolutely.
And they seem to buy into the ideas that you're sharing with them.
Trust me, every good person who hears and understands a good message will appreciate that.
Do you feel the competition is going to be that easy for you?
No, I wouldn't say it's going to be that easy for me. But per the programs and projects that I have put in place, inshallah, I'll carry the day.
Inshallah, you carry the day. And the main, if indeed you're to carry the day during your primaries, Odipa Bokakoshiano, a member of parliament for Medina constituency, as we speak now, lawyer Xavier Sosu Francis.
The wind is already blowing for a change in Medina.
You think so?
Absolutely.
The wind is already blowing for a change in Medina.
For a change in Medina. Any decent member of parliament worth his source will not go out there in public and insult. Do you think the people of Medina are comfortable with his utterances? Tell me, what kind of projects has he been able to bring into Medina that will have a great effect on the people, like what Boniface did within those same period that Boniface had his chance? So I can assure you that MPP has a history, and we are going to continue with that history.
In Medina?
Absolutely. We are going to continue with that history. We are going to change the narrative. We are going to make sure people get jobs. We are going to make sure the environment is kept in its best environment. And we are also making up a program to introduce, I'm doing that one. Call it the Zango Schools. We are also doing a similar project of that sort. But this is Zango School, which is part of the registered companies that I am doing.
Private?
Private. But I have a group of friends in US and other people who are coming on board to teach AI, artificial intelligence, robotics, and others. This is the current trend that will make people rich, because whatever you produce, industries will buy them as a result. And they will get a better money than the kind of knowledge that they have and skill towards this Sakawa thing. No, it's not working anymore. I hope you understand. It has turned into a ritual and all that sort of thing. I hope you understand. How does India progress? Through IT. So let's create a resounding understanding within the youth that yes, they can also make it. Because I tell you, the boys out there, they are very intelligent people. When you teach them codex and others, my goodness, you love them. The generation to come will be an interesting generation to appreciate. And we are going to make sure we focus on our goals and make it happen within the constituency.
Is MPP that attractive in Medina as we speak now? Is it very attractive in Medina? Oko Medina, a man for Muwo Medina, no. What are they saying about the political party called NPP?
Frankly speaking, it is only MPP that has effected a certain change in Medina. And it has resonated with the people in Medina. They are not joking about it. Whenever they want to have their festival, whenever they want to enjoy a certain party, whenever they want to play football, whenever there is a great gathering, they do it at the stadium built by MPP. Go to some part of the Zango community, you see asphalts all over. There are certain parts of Medina which are not developed, but I know with time, all these things will come into being. The market women are very wonderful people doing their job. Medina has one of the biggest markets in this country,
yes.
You know. And the people of Medina are very innovative. Just give them the opportunity and they'll show you what they can do. That is what we are going to unleash, that energy into the youth.
You feel the current member of parliament has not been able to unleash the energies of the youth in
I haven't
Medina?
seen any. I haven't seen any.
You've not seen any of the works done by Javier Susu?
No. Show me one single one that he's done. Tell me. Apart from him dancing in public and making fun of himself, nothing else. I'm a decent person. I wouldn't want to insult. I believe everybody has his limits to which he can go. Some are motivational speakers. Some sees into the future and make sure the right things are done to energize and activate the willpower within the people. And that is the opportunities that MPP has given to the people. When you go to every household in Medina, you find an SHS graduate over there. They are making impact. They are making differences in their community. They are becoming discerning. So it's not going to be a ride-over community where people can just lie their way through. No. Medina is a decent place.
Happy 98.9 FM. Ena wasugu so tieno ye Alaji Diallo or pese delegate, NPP delegate in Medina constituency Tony Swaba na Ujina as the candidate for the NPP in Medina constituency. Say opese Ohim Akonyan Efri Ora Javier Francis Susu lawyer ne insem. But what will you change if you voted for?
A lot of things will change in Medina. It is going to be a collective responsibility of all of us, from the assembly to the last man who cleans the gutter. we are going to talk to the people. We are going to motivate the people. We are going to set certain parameters so that sanitation becomes a kind of a priority for us.
But that'll be
in
the job
Madina.
of the MC. So it means that you're going to work hand in hand with the municipal chief executive.
Absolutely. But let me also tell you something. There's a beautiful community called Kushia. You go to that community, there are barrels painted with the colors of this Ghana, red, gold, green. Trust me, if you are a new person and you throw a rubbish there, a little boy will tell you, pick it and put it into the bin. So as I speak to you, I believe it is the neatest town in Ghana.
In Ghana.
And they've set a certain beautiful places that you can go and see flamingos, bears, and very wonderful creatures of the Almighty. We can do similar things in Medina. It's just an orientation. Because if me and you get a certain level of understanding, we wouldn't be drinking our Capilipo and throw it away. It is a collective responsibility that where we live should be healthy. I hope you understand. Because a clean environment helps us to think better. Because we cannot worship our God with death. There are Christians, there are Muslims, there are many churches, there are many mosques within the Medina environs. So there are many things that we can do, especially creating the necessary educational things for us to strive on. So definitely, my brother, it's going to be an interesting place to be with. Businesses are going on. We will make sure we help people to establish a lot more. The auxiliaries are what we are going to see is springing from the down onwards, upwards, so that people can benefit.
As a member of parliament, one of your roles will be formulating, debating legislation and all that on the floor of parliament. How prepared are you for that?
For the last 30-something years, I've been running in and out of parliament as a photographer.
You've been running in and out of parliament
Absolutely.
as a photographer.
Most of the bills that goes in there, I read some, I understand some, I hear some, I listen to that. I take coverage of some of them. I have learnt it. That's why I say I took time to build my capacity within the last 30, 40 years. So I'm more than prepared.
You're more than prepared.
Absolutely.
You're more than ready.
More than ready.
What did working with former President Kufuor teach you?
Oh, he taught me a lot. He's one person that I'm so grateful. And he's my dad, he's my everything. May the Almighty let the soul of our mom rest in peace, Madam Teresa Kufuor. Yesterday, we had a one-week celebration, which I attended as well. President Kufuor has taught me a lot of things. He's taught me the need to effect change with a mindset of creating a better environment for your community. President Kufuor time, he created a lot of millionaires. He created a lot of business sense. He gave opportunities for people to strive and make differences in their life. And he's one strict person. If you don't perform, he'll get you out of the way. And make sure changes always come in its great times.
So,
I've learned a lot
so
from him.
being with him for the past 30 years, plus you being in and out of parliament, plus the works that you've been doing, not just in Ghana here, but across West Africa. And then you now have the confidence that you are now ripe
across the globe, not
across the
West
globe,
Africa.
across
Absolutely,
across the globe.
As I told, I can show you pictures with Lula, with President Clinton, with Tony Blair, with many other great people. I take photographs. I have been a great photographer. So basically, when you take a photograph, you collect the people's complimentary cards, make sure you send the pictures to them. Because it's always good for them to have images of what they came to do over there. And my job is to make sure I execute it. And when I was working with President Kufuor, I did not sway from what I'm supposed to do as a core multimedia personnel. I concentrated on it, and I made sure the right things are being executed.
Happy 99 FM no asukusu a utie no. Alaji, I would want us to last two questions, because people are asking whether with your calmness, would you be able to go around campaign to the people of Medina, whom we know? You know, I'm not saying they are aggressive, but they are very boisterous. They have loads of energy.
Let me borrow the words of my boss. I see in so nyuni ne fani pa nyensu hye.
Enso nyuru ne fanipa.
Enyensu
hye.
Because who taste you so hye, you not go there. But say you know, you feel so comfortable doing it, and when you don't do it the right way, you find out that you are gone. You see, let me tell you something. I would like to get involved with everyone. But please, if you are to follow my campaign and you hear somebody insulting me, please don't retaliate. If you hear somebody talking bad about me, don't retaliate. Just leave it like that. Because I don't want violent things within the campaign. I want a very decent campaign. And if you go and fight because of me, I'm sorry. The law will take its course. I will not be responsible for your actions in that direction. The fact that you like me doesn't mean you should go out of your mind to do certain things which are not good. We want to portray that, yes, we are together in Medina as one strong people with the common purpose of bringing development to the people of Medina. So let's focus on our goals and make sure Medina becomes a very great cosmopolitan area where a lot of people will come in. So we have a lot of projects for Medina.
A lot of projects for Medina. Alaji Diallo. Now, as I say, I know say you're very busy, but when you promise delegates are listening to you. Delegates of the New Patriotic Party are listening to you. Constituents of Medina are also listening to you this afternoon. What would you tell, first and foremost, delegates of the New Patriotic Party who will be going to vote for either you or any other person, or didn't who be sure, say delegates Anthony Swaba during the parliamentary primaries in Medina? And after that, what would you say to the entire Medina community, any adjoining communities, on 7th of December 2024, on Betwaba to elect a member of parliament?
I would like to thank the executives of Medina, and I also like to thank my contestants as well. Please, let's do a decent campaign. Don't let us muddy the water for all of us. I'm not prepared to be part of a bad situation. Delegates, you are very beautiful people who have a great mind of your own. Let us not follow only money, but let's follow vision. Let's follow understanding. Let's follow rightfulness. And let's follow a dynamic situation where a great person can make a bad difference within the constituency. I, Abdul Rahman, I have served very well I have understood the projects in 2008, 2012, and 2016. The billboards that Nana raised the MPs, His Excellency the President raised the MPs' hands. I did that concept. And there's no former aspirants of Medina in terms of those who had been designated to run for the party that I did not contribute to their campaign.
You contributed to their campaign. You helped them.
Absolutely.
So it's now time.
I did the branding for them.
You feel
All
it's now
of
time for
them.
them to also help you.
Absolutely. It wouldn't be bad if they come on board. And I also know that they also have loved ones as well. So you talk to your loved one. That this is a gentleman who is bringing goodies to the community. Let's support that cause so that together we will make a great difference with a smile all over.
Alhaji Abdulrahman Diallo, yeah.
So that all of us will then be happy.
Miana Alhaji Abdulrahman Diallo ase se wabaye na ono so ne yebetwetwe nkomo okọ akwa jina ama delegate, new patriotic delegate in the Medina constituency ato ne swaba se mujine tumwa to become the parliamentary candidate for the NPP for Medina constituency. Alhaji mameno wase se ojimre na oba menim se obre no iswa but say to nsafrewa okasa we bampani ampa aba no mameno wase
Medasi pa menua.
Amen. Now we wish you all the best in your campaigns. Happy 90.9 FM no asuku so ati njuma de ne EpaHoaDaben yentwe mane EpaHo ansa ne de ho nkomo enti mamenka wo se obetimi edo message no asuma de abrayen live on a stream obetimi de aba na ode ba mekenkan ne nyina de ma yentwe mo yetwe ho ba abujafo ebetena se owura Haruna Amaliba Kingsley from the Communications Bureau of the National Democratic Congress, and Solomon Owusu, a communications member for Movement for Change. Omane Mabija Fai, many on Betchin Como, Ewujumadian so and Navy, interim Rachel Bank on the Yakan. Happy 98.9 FM, not to go so. Jumadiano, EpaHoaDaben.
XBet. Bonuses are kesiye. Odds are kakraka. Earning kunim dienkwa. Download the 1xBet app no. Na your deposits ninya 300% bonus. It will do 3,445 Ghana cedis. Upe na upe ding. To tumika ko register with 1xbet.com.gh. Na use promo code Welcome Ghana. Ninya welcome bonus wo first deposit so. 1xBet ma ube brave. Gambling ho true ti twane wa hwe yi. Nya ma wa wundi mfie du wo. Gaming Commissioner. I have been, scandal here is so damning as guy Airbus as compensation to the tune of $4 billion. Yet you grow my economy, I say, or my penibia could deep play mudra, and my Ghana, I found one Christica. This is an opportunity for the Office of the Special Prosecutor to act and retrieve some money back into the coffers of the people of Ghana. This is an opportunity. So Christian Daben can go to Cecilia Daben's house when Okoto no want TCC ono. Obi antimi establish say ya TCC Ghana sika and e obi sika so otwena boso. Na former president Obedi Omai so da all some person samba. Airbus clearly a competent court of jurisdiction in the UK and in America has found himself is culpable. What are we waiting for? And he's coming back, he's seeking the highest office of the land. And we are watching, say, corruption be check, corruption be. This involves huge sums of state funds. Ghana for Lusu. So we are telling the Office of the Special Prosecutor, if before November 16th, now we're acting immediately by calling the former president to investigate him there, then maybe we will advise ourselves and say, yes, you are acting. But if not, that's your training until here. We will make sure the picketing will continue and will continue until justice is given to the people of Ghana. After all, what? Let them come. We will be waiting for them. We will be waiting for them. We will be picketing. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, Airbus scandal is a big corruption case. I have been, I'm beginning after Watergate scandal. I mean, scandal be so damning as guy Airbus as compensation to the tune of $4 billion. Yet you grow my economy, I say, or my penibia could deep play mudra, and my Ghana, I found one Christica. This is an opportunity for the Office of the Special Prosecutor to act and retrieve some money back into the coffers of the people of Ghana. This is an opportunity. So Christian Daben can go to Cecilia Daben's house when we all know say the money no Okoto no want TCC ono. Obi antimi establish say ya TCC Ghana sika and e obi sika so otwena boso. Na former president Obedi Omai so da all some person samba. Airbus clearly a competent court of jurisdiction in the UK and in America has found himself is culpable. What are we waiting for? And he's coming back, he's seeking the highest office of the land.
Years.
And we are watching say
and some no Airbano ebi enama brobro so e dia chero say kai say Happy 99 FM eba ya de be mo aswante. He's been jailed for a year 15 years. One more jailing for 15 years. Into we and some a free a year eba at 2 Asian. Mbeka Capital Bank wono na wote wono na wodano ansana aban eba be banking sector cleanup exercise ebi ekoka no eni yesisi katwuturi de bi pa akokoje ehon besia edi free bank of Ghana na tese yade a sika no ka wonfa nkonkoye adwuma no enya ade a wode kokoye adwuma ema sika no fa ne nsase yade ne kogina court wa na edi nano anase yetutu nano no court no ene ne ko bankrumu e ka asese nke be ya nkasika no ntua no nkakra ye twen ya se ngo betua sika no nkakra wantimi antua sika no ama ne ne ayate ne say former chief executive officer of defunct Capital Bank Atuation has been sentenced to 15 years imprisonment with hard labor. This follows his failure to pay in full an amount of 90 million Ghana cedis. He agreed to pay the state despite several lifelines given him since December 2022. Atuation pleaded guilty to 16 counts of stealing, money laundering, and conspiracy to steal for his role in the collapse of Capital Bank. He, however, entered a plea bargain with the state under Section 35(7) of the Courts Act 459. Under the agreement, the station was expected to pay 90 million Ghana cedis, for which he paid 30 million cedis on December 13th, 2022. He was to pay the 60 million remainder in 3 equal installments in 2023, 20 million by April 28th, another 20 million by August 31st, and the last 20 million by December 15th, 2023. A major condition of the agreement was that the court would not hesitate to impose a custodial sentence if he missed any of the payment deadlines. But as of April 28, 2023, Mr. Asian had not paid all the 20 million due to be settled. The state filed an application on May 2nd, 2023 to get a custodial sentence imposed on the convict, Atu Asian, but the application was not heard as the presiding judge, Justice Eric Bafo, gave him, Atu Asian, about 6 months to redeem himself. But between January this year to October 12, 2023, Atu Asian has only paid 7 million Ghana cedis in addition to the 30 million previously paid. With 53 million of the agreed sum outstanding, the judge, having exhausted his patience, allowed the state to move the application. The judge, upon hearing the application, jailed Atu Asian to spend 15 years in prison. That is the news coming in. Asemwa ababeto idwa enono na mabroboso ede ama etifo for live on the show this afternoon. Abedwafo edi kan atena senti ye mohwi ne enko abedwafo ne emfa nkomo no enhihye soa de sa. And this one okay. Ubet me the message aba live streaming comment section ubet me the message no ago odigo making kan edi ama etifo anyway for live on the show this afternoon. Kingsley Amaliba from the Communications Bureau of the National Democratic Congress. Samson Solomon Owusu, Ejinamuma, the movement for change. Kingsley, Mamema Wakwaba, na Yensheng Wajuchanas, Mijin Pombogo.
Well, Sefah Majos on
Apomboko. Two issues that are actually very fresh on our table has got to do with press conference fixing the fixing Ghana movement, fixing the country movement, Owura Owusu Bempa, Deputy Director of Communications of the New Patriotic Party, no one more press conference at Ghana International Press Center, and it looks as if Office of the Special Prosecutor is delaying on investigations that are conducted into Airbus saga. No? Now they've been given the go-ahead by the Ghana Police Service to picket, as they earlier indicated, on November 16th, 2023, at the office of the former president, John Dramani Mahama. Second has got to do with a news just coming in, say, Owura Atu Asian, former Chief Executive Officer of Capital Bank. There, court no, I'm on a 15-year sentence. Kingsley, me and you.
Well, I just if I'm a main chair and I'm in chair at T4. Nine chair Cassius on comma, my party in Pennyfuna, and wishing my mammy belated happy birthday, the Honorable MP for Tempana constituency. Unfortunately, Mom is not in the country. But here in Nechin, so young coupon fan and corner on Fanamra. But to take the issues sequentially, I would like to first of all dwell on Mr. Atu Asian and in a Capital Bank and send something baby Ababi Pia and the cotton there to just say Uncle Defiasina on some or minor 15 years imprisonment with hard labor. Yes, if now, Dr. Mensa Otabel, court today.
Is he a party to the case?
Is he starting trial?
Is he a party to the case?
He was a board chairman of the Capital
Is he a
Bank.
party to the case?
He was a board chairman.
No, that one is an
I
established fact.
agree.
But I'm asking whether
But-
was he a party to the case?
Fine. What I know is that Dr. Mensa Otabel was part of the running of the bank. Ubekaya, abrasa issues we ebayeno. E wonu could do brea. Dr. Mensa Nkasa be a press conference. Now, Okan said he was not involved in running the bank. However, Yenim said, as a chairman of the board of directors of the bank, certain crucial decisions cannot escape his notice. Okay? See,
You're saying certain crucial decisions cannot escape
his notice.
of course.
Exactly.
But then the day-to-day running and the affairs of the company there.
But they take decisions which are being implemented by the staff of the company. True or false?
True.
Under NDC time or tenure in office, particularly under President Mahama, there was a deliberate and conscious effort to support Ghanaian entrepreneurs, particularly those in the financial sector, to ensure that the financial sector of the economy is not taken over by expatriates.
True.
Because so what your mind now a financial sector no taken over by expatriates. What it means is that so citizens owning the economy. You cannot create wealth. That's what mean creating wealth, so you can't fight poverty. Now what mean fighting poverty to so it means that your people cannot improve their living. And inevitably, socio-economic impact that person when your system, you can't get it. See, what would be the need or what would be the benefits of binding policy? That's our policy at the end of the day, no, a benefit to outsiders. It doesn't make sense. But you saw and then you know, deliberately, a binding a position. Ghanaian people, the certain section of the Ghanaian financial sector players, you to go into the sector, go into the industry, and prove your worth. Because challenge your government is behind you. Your government will support you to succeed. And indeed, Sefah, you Dangote type of Ghana hat, bear 10 na
Of course, yep.
I don't know what say a buying here Bosia. You call IMF near Kojisika from with harsh conditions. Do you think that your boy entrepreneurs like Ibrahim Mahama, despite Utia Mwabeng and others, now more building resilient financial empires? A buying here Sika, Dr. Indum among others, can they raise $3 billion for government without conditions attached? Can they do that? So the people or the government is at reach at its own people. So Timamufoni was Sika, Abino so Sika. Timamufoni Ska, Abino so Iniska. And the transitioning Ghana from a middle, I can say lower middle income to upper middle income status country like as we were aspiring or we were before Akufo-Addo came to office to crash everything down. The regime took it upon itself to support. And even where we noticed that the banking sector was facing challenges, and yet financially, government deliberately or voluntarily asked the Bank of Ghana to support those banking sector now facing challenges, support them so that they can come out of their challenges. Sikana Ediama, that Sikana belong to the public of Ghana.
Yeah.
It belongs to the Ghanaian public. And it's a term there, 5 million Ghana cedis. And the perception media, that's the company, right?
Global Media Alliance.
Global Media Alliance. You first Sikana chair Mose Munjindi. Now, my dear Mamma said, Monyan from one Global Media Alliance and Konenim, number competitive with your counterpart. Now, sir, Mujna Munasu ya, then government can reap Sikana then. Once you are paying back, the moment we expand the scope of operations, so staff 10 at the time of this Kanema una, who could have 30 staff. So at the end of the day, so initially, let me 100 Ghana cedis per staff at the ma banya. Because it's the government, Emma Musika Modu Soma Senti, more team BM and the more employ 50 or additional 40 staff, and the more be do 50.
In the government, any 1,000 Ghana cedis from you monthly as income tax, the government pay 5,000 Ghana cedis by virtue of the investment government In addition to that, you will pay your corporate income tax as an entity running business to government. Now, and what you know, loan a government at the Global Media Alliance, you'll be paying it back gradually. So they pay a balance with me. I don't think it's a bad idea. Every government does that. In fact, the Japanese government have done almost support to Toyota 6 consecutive times to make sure that the Toyota company Why? Because company no collapse here, people will be laid off. There will be social and economic impact on the Japanese economy. But so I don't think that anybody who is honest enough can fault Mahama government for supporting these companies. However, there is a scanner one. I have not seen that's what they did, but hypothetically, money is meant to support business, it's not meant for personal leisure. And until a break and for real tane and another don't go for the bar no mugu banks, Utie finance minister earlier submission on this matter. What can I say? It was a naked TV. If you recall, now I can say about issues where more document will feel coming by. If you can give me the opportunity next week, when we meet, I can still bring those documents to buttress what I am saying here. Or say a naked TV. Now say a naked TV so dia. Yenim Professor Dr. Mensa Otabil was part of the running of the bank. Don't forget. In the for the penny fear book, I'll come there. One more kind of professor, Dr. Mensa Otabil, your good bank. Though or one of us, but the recent collapse of the bank have made him disgruntled. And so try to come after a chim click now, they'll cut him down. So the question I'm asking here is the incarceration of Atu ACN a message to Dr. Mensa Otabil? Are we surprised? Ghana yo. Not everyone who stood behind the pulpit and claimed to be preaching the gospel is truly a man of God. Listen and listen carefully. Because if that is the case, and Dr. Mensa Otabil is a man of principle, honest, and patriotic to Ghana, then so long as I hold the Mahama government accountable to the people of Ghana, we are still expecting him to do the same. When was the last time I was telling Oka about leadership in Ghana? Have you heard about him, about leadership? He won't talk about it because now, while you're busy watching a Geo World, after all, he will learn a lesson from how in the jungle, the biggest mouth in the jungle swallows the smallest antelopes. Sir, Obeshe Ghana politics, as someone commented here, he won't do that. Obeshe geography, wildlife in a Geo World. And we must be proactive and vigilant as a people to fish out the bad nut and condemn their hypocrisy. Dr. Mensa Otabil said that Ghana problem is a wisdom problem, leadership problem. Today, what has happened to that problem? Abraham people really about that's sorry for and that's sorry and someone okay. They have poked the eye of the enemy. What is happening is the tap of the hand. If you poke somebody's eye, he will tap your hand. And what we are experiencing is tap of the hand. There will be growth, and Ghana will going to be an example in Africa. Is he happy about the 57% inflation in Ghana as it went to and came down to 43? Is it a good example to Africa?
It's now, I think, 38.
It's not 38. Woman or more count. Fine, but is that still better? If 15.4% was a bad example, then what about 38? Have you heard about him? Or have you heard from him? Right? If Ghana was 120 billion at the time Mahama was leaving office, then they chose 500 billion or $700 billion. Is that a good example? The whole gallon of fuel, 4.5 liters of fuel, now you're 14 Ghana cedis. Otabil had a problem with that. And then over the whole 1 liter, 14 Ghana cedis. Is that a good example? This is the growth he was talking about. Okay, this is a growth and say Ghana. These people were just hallucinating. They were saying things out of the figment of their own imaginations.
How do you know?
Yes, how do I know, saying? Baby Obi, see, let me tell you when. I need you back come over my kumam Daben, then Yanko Passon say. What in your beer money? No man who no crush on. Let me be a tree. I will bring to me for Bible in Chamiabe. Never. I don't think I will never call any man reverend in this country and in this world. Because I have Bushudin. The whole of the Bible. Reverend was used only one. Psalm 111 verse 9. You know who used it? David. He attributed it to God. That was the only passage in the Bible that the word reverend was used. Some translations use the word a wisdom. Okay? When a reverend waha, nyankopon. Now when you pass something for a reverend, well, the ignorant can do with me. I will never do it. And they hide behind the Bible, mislead the people, and they have used the Bible to destroy all of us.
Atuasian is the one who is being jailed now.
Yes, that is why I'm saying that.
Why is your concentration shifting?
I am shifting because
to a year.
Good, because
Pastor
6 million Ghana cedis. 6 million Ghana cedis are President Mahama. At the Capital Bank, at the time, say Monye. Na mon fam wa Capital Bank nenya na so na mon tua sika ne back e ma ban no according to Kenoforiata says can one fam work bank no omo de bibi fufro who was sitting at the board chairman. Are you saying that Otabe didn't, Dr. Mensa Otabe didn't know that 6 million Ghana was given to government? Huh?
Given by government or given to government?
Given by government to Capital Bank. See, I will allow the expert in the banking and financial industry as I curiously wait for my big brother, Honorable Isaac Kadongo, to come out with theses and submissions in Parliament, as Parliament is slated to resume somewhere latest by early next week. But in the case of Abua Papuo, interested. My boss, Sabi Jemfi, maybe will be our boss, Michiao. I think early this week, I read a piece from his Facebook wall. No, I say, Papa bi no ukura tam the diamond amene. No call Fred rat hunter say ombe pesa rat na unkunu ma no. Obedu fie ho na obi e dan e man say this is where the rat are. Ompe the 1 minute diamond na unkunu na unyi diamond mfiniem. Na ogina ho hwe mmoa ne din no se ba ko bi de wate ne ho akoda nche din. At the pack of rat now, Mudia gone only on Kahokra, what in one baby. Happen a quay puma and you. Punai, no boss, I rat no. Uncle Fan being yemwa, na ampa, diamond issue. No, ah, Massa, Oba Fiano, a diner rat, many of them were in the room. How were you able to single out this very one and kill it? Ozonim, the formula is very simple. When an idiot suddenly becomes rich, he doesn't mingle with the rest. This is a story I got from my boss Facebook wall. See, what is Sika? Emma Papa share kwaso munkuta. Akwaya say wato Jane. Adiama irresponsible teenagers now they can't kiss account. They will cause pandemonium in the street. Even in the year. President Mahama, before he left office, built a resilient economy. A Bini Ghana gas company. It was built from the scratch. Ghana, yen from a jar yen yina no. Womo, and a so Ghana gas and a so. Any do ushu bampa, mampine ku for the bedi ade. No atam no akoto no say, one on ye kasamafo e masa dwumako no. Na petrol from a janon so, one of the areas sika oho pa. Sika oho. Enunti irresponsible person. Shenwa. Why ye say tum? Nyatun say Odin Semu.
Oya Jumami Tianka.
Na okay canon somewhere ope.
Oya Jumami Tiankana.
But Obina created Jumanamano, Mampine for the by Papa Ben Wabo.
There have been discussed when hot time you are talking.
Of course, I know. Obina created Jumano, Obina created
Oya Juma.
Fine. Meba, me customer be see some so. A Jumana way, Obina created. Ambassador Edward Boatin, maybe will be a cry, memoir. Na maka say you wouldn't go do heaven as I be happy if mo ni enton kramra wiase. Go Edward Ambassador Boatin ambi adwuma we ya neget ya. Ona ma ya bodwosa ne Yesu ekasam. So the least we can do is to give him a equal, but not to disrespect him. But like I indicated earlier, Abua Papufi said, when your appointment in government, so now what year Monanti acquire so on Pabo United Tea and 19 foot room, and they are buying about power. They about no more. And they are proceeding, they belong to a movement. Good, the movement continues. I salute that. And I'm happy that movement is advocating for change. Oh, and that. Say Nipo we Kojina International Press Center. A press conference. The press conference they say, Okwa Peketi wa Mahama office over Airbus. Oko school. I don't think so.
No, Oko school.
He's a stark illiterate.
Why do
But
you
see,
what do you mean by you're stark illiterate?
When he says school and man answer.
But what do you mean by you're stark illiterate?
Nimdia ya pe. Ben yansa ya mena dema. Okay? Nimdia ohoi ya po. Ben yansa ya nkopo na dema. Na yanfa yansa nso andome wa no matter what you do, you can never get it. You can never get it. Sanse yansa ni bi ohoi yanton ewo dwom. If the government is interested in this Airbus issue, even the Crown Court, a day judgment in the Bayano, a holding certain element of that judgment anonymous. In any case, as my boss Sami Jemfi one describe it, this is nebulous, it is amorphous, and compendium of insinuations. Amorphous personalities and compendium of the insinuations. Yes, Brofuna said I am quoting him. He found a judgment in the case of President Mahama and the principal actor of Airbus, the Airbus scandal. Was there any place that the judgment says so? In any case, Sir President Mahama Bonia, it is incumbent upon the Attorney General Department to institute a legal action against him and prosecute him. And don't forget, the 3 years of his cessation to be president have lapsed completely. And the President Mahama is not liable to any criminal prosecution under a commission or omissions of him during his tenure as president in office. According to the Constitution, you cannot prosecute him. But see, I am so happy what they are doing. I am so happy what they are doing. Because a best set very good precedent going into the future. You know why? Now, as we speak, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, 1 year from now, he will cease to be a president. And former President Kufuor, some can even suggest that we can even prosecute former President Rawlings posthumously. Huh? Yes! If you think President Mahama can be taken to court, let's assume that admitting that the Airbus allegations are true. The Constitution have given him that immunity. Okay, you can prosecute within the first 3 years. We are in the 7th year after he ceased to be president, right? So if you think he can be taken to court, please take him to court. That means we can prosecute President Rawlings posthumously. Now I'm putting that forward the anyway. Remember, can't say the president that could have president Kufuor prosecute him.
For what?
For what?
Wow.
Oh, Eddie, Abu Papu, oh no, a camia, yes, sir. Our Nubi, our num. No, no, na. Hano. Or you're allergic to certain medications. Well, I don't know his doctors. There's a minimum doctors now. I will advise them, say, they should advise their client to know, or their patient to know, or you're allergic to certain medications. You shouldn't take them. Or take care, said you, a man misbehaving, says, and he acted how?
Kingsley.
No,
Kingsley.
I am, you see, in a square literature, where's like similes. Well, a metaphor. They are not insult. I am not insulting here. I am comparing issues. Okay? Because of misbehavior, I am not saying so or you crama and mami ira. This is not direct insinuation, please, bro. Understand me. Oh, this is suban ebon, especially abua papon. Papon papon. Hwe kwabrane 9 pod gina ho abun so ya papo amba. Ye ne twa ne ka. We person from the public purse. See, what is the use of Owusu Bempa at the Ghana Gas Company? What is the use?
Corporate communication.
He does not have any use to Ghana. And this guy think that he has the impedance because Omampine Kufado appointed him as the PRO of Ghana Gas Company and at the same time, Deputy Director of Communications of the MPP. And these are people who are communicating for MPP. I am not surprised. The Honorable Alanche Martin, a man of repute, who doesn't want to associate himself with this debt, have conveniently recused himself and resigned from the MPP. See, also we're going to President Mahama office.
Yeah.
This is not what Ghanaians want to hear.
They've been given the go-ahead by the Ghana Police Service.
President
They did
Mahama.
that on 16th of November 2023.
Very well. President Mahama, I'll come to that. President Mahama, you enjoy a tax, manu.
But to
Right?
tax in Ibi.
How?
The former president.
He's a former president.
He's a former president, of course.
Why President Mahama not for?
Oh, okay. You
Is he
mentioned
not also paid
no. I'm not. I've not
by the
argued-
state as
I've
a
not,
former
I've
president?
not argued with you on that.
Very well. Then can I proceed systematically? If he has a problem about package constitutional Amakwansi and former president, including President Mahama, Akufo-Addo government have a problem with it and they can revoke it. We don't have a problem. But inshallah, me and Malba Minister, but every week I may contribute to 1 Ghana city, and every NDC communicator will contribute nationwide. By the end of the month, we will get enough. President Mahama we can do that. And the Sabio, sir, and I'm so shocked. Sir, Ghana Police Service, and ya da Gemma and Crofoway clearance to say, I'm going to pick it to President Mahama office in some way. Sabio, a Jimmy for someone on my hook. No, I Jimmy for some. Oh, yeah, come on. Sefah, before I make you sign it.
It's not about before I make you sign.
You see, Sefah,
Just sign and twasso.
what come at it?
And yeah, my can what it.
Oh, yes.
Dabi and yeah, my can what it.
Very well.
As some now can repeat.
May you wanna free?
Dabi. No, and this I'll move today.
May you wanna free?
No, and this
So
I'll move
say
to
me
solo.
sign.
No, and this I'll move to solo.
Okay. Though the all Canada, or you know, in Sababi and Basolo, I say me train sign a tea for Mama Timakia sign. Oh. Ghana Police Service, na mom clearance so Omumbra President Mahama office. MPKT. NDC youth in Greater Accra be battle ready.
What do you mean?
And I repeat, NDC youth organizers in Greater Accra be battle ready.
For what?
Because Sansan Funwe Yam Fashune Yam Fashokina. See, Abua Papon, whatever he called himself, or your Bema, he shouldn't hide. We expect him to lead Sir Apotesi drinking members of his party to President Mahama's office.
No.
We will meet them there.
Kingsley.
Almost the thing that Daben.
Kingsley.
Yay.
Kingsley.
Yay.
Kingsley. Look, I've told you.
Nasolo.
One moderated.
I've told you. Time and again. Respect and decorum. 2 guiding principles of what show
Me a decorous power. So are you saying that I'm not decorous? Is that what you are saying?
Say all
This is my
classy
first time on this
expressions
platform,
and being acerbic on the show.
I'm not being acerbic.
I will not tolerate that.
Your level of tolerance.
Debbie. Unze eto da bia obetimi aka wa asem no.
Meet me kasa 10 hours non-stop.
Debbie. Obetimi aka wa asem no without insulting people.
I'm not insulting anyway. Okay, so I'll say my insulting.
Enya me na me say.
Anyway, I don't see them to be insulting. Descriptive words.
Debbie, you
Hey,
can't.
descriptive.
You cannot tell me say those are descriptive words.
They're descriptive.
So are you saying TNE and Tias
I'm taking cue from you. That's fine. But see, about time you don't know baby don't advise Obana say when the Usu Bempachi Emra President Mahama office. Me come on chef form that day. If they are men omumraho, something must happen in this country to be a lesson for others. And this way in power. Media houses, a use or airspace, a consent fire home. There were instances President Mahama, the personality was abused. By no less a person, but the opposition, irresponsible opposition leader at the time, Nana Daben Kufuor, who is now a president of Ghana today. What is the end this Libya na baby akasembi afa about penny Rebecca Kufuor Honda? What? For the past 7 years, you can't be for Mamma. Let maintain the President Mahama Abbo Mamma in Podinda on a noom. So Bo Mamma Dia, he calls her in a respectful manner. But irresponsible and coachless as Mampine Kufuor is, or attacking the personality of Mami Lodina, who had nothing to do with government at the time. He did that. Who complained in this country? I have for her to Omunka, yet he has off one car. Mu media for a naya Casa or Hadamasho, no yam pacho. Ya fa Hadamasho, no yate, Ghana who don't yate, Bobo Shoyanoa, ya yetum. But so who should be passo ya Bema? He shouldn't hide. That is why I am calling on the youth organizers of the country. Be battle ready.
For what?
We are meeting them.
For what?
There's so many member on.
Maybe
see, they can only pick it. They can only pick it around 37. Huh?
Kingsley, hold on.
You know
do you have any right to stop anybody from picketing in this country?
A hono, a private resident, a private office.
I'm asking you a question.
You're asking me for what?
I'm asking you a question.
For what?
Me say, what right do you have to stop anybody from picketing or
what
demonstrating?
What right do they also have to come and picket in President?
They have every right.
We also have every right.
Kingsley,
we also have every right.
You are a student of the law.
Exactly so. That is why
Kingsley, you are a student of the law.
This is a it's unreasonable exercise of the right. Excesses.
That's how you see it.
These are
fine.
Yes, I mean hunu. That is it.
But people's right. Kingsley. Kingsley, people's right to protest, to demonstrate, to picket are enshrined
in the Constitution.
The
Fine. But don't forget, I agree with you.
You as an individual, if you feel, say, what you do is to follow through with the legal process of ensuring that you secure an injunction on the particular protest or picketing. You can write to the Ghana Police Service and tell them.
You are right.
See, what was the Constitution is here? Article 41 of the Constitution. The exercise and enjoyment of rights and freedoms is inseparable from the performance of duties and obligations, and accordingly, it shall be the duty of every citizen to promote, uphold, defend the Constitution, nationality, to respect right, freedom, and legitimate interests of others, and generally to refrain from doing acts detrimental to the welfare of other people.
If the police saw this picketing as detrimental, hold on. If the police saw this as detrimental to the welfare or well-being of former President John Dramani Mahama, they would not have given to the fixing the country movement to go and picket.
We are not talking about fixing the country movement. This is a completely different issue.
Which issue again?
Please.
Which issue again are you talking about?
Don't try to mess the issues.
I'm not messing the issue up.
Look,
I'm not letting you digress.
Without going to the realms of the law. But you invited me.
I am not letting you digress.
To show the inconsistency.
There is no inconsistency.
There is, because
where is the inconsistency?
Article 41
says
I
what?
refer to you say that the enjoyment of your right, including the right to demonstrate under Article 21, is inseparable. Okay? They must be enjoyed concurrently, being mindful that other people equal have their right. And don't forget that where your right and other rights probably begins from there. And in demonstrating and exercising a right, there is a limitation. And that limitation is defined by your capacity to pursue that particular right you are advancing for. For instance, Global Media Alliance, more staff, more year demonstration, or muko strike against my management. Is it not your right? Huh? But can I join you? I can join you because capacity matters here.
Join as a fun.
I am joined as who?
As a fun.
As fun? That fun will be interpreted, okay, based on the variable element of the rationale, okay, the fact and the subject matter, which has informed the action you are taking. Certain rights are exclusive. Do you get that? They are exclusive. For instance, say papa, court as a child to enforce for the laws of Ghana to compel him to exercise his right as well, his duties as a parent towards me. It is my exclusive right. I don't expect you to join me, and you can't join because capacity matters here. Okay? Now, if you want to pick it at the office of the former president, if you are a staff, and you think the former president is not treating his staff well, and they are picketing against him, the question is, are you a staff? You are joining as who? And if you want to join, is that a platform? If the matter goes to court, you can join at S party, an interesting party in the case. That's a different thing. Here, we are talking about actions that people are purportedly to go and take on the presumptive motive that the former president have committed a crime when he was in office as a president. According to a judgment from a foreign court, the Airbus judgment was not determined in Ghana. Was the Airbus issue determined within the jurisdiction of the Ghanaian court? No. It was the Crown Court of UK that brought the judgment. And the Crown Court of UK did not expressly, even the SFO of UK, did not say that during their investigations, they were able to establish that Ghanaian citizen or Ghanaian official, John Dramani Mahama in his capacity as a deputy information minister, deputy communication minister, deputy minister, a minister for communications, member of parliament for Bole Bamboy, and for that matter, the vice president, and subsequently the president of Ghana, while in office, committed ABCD crime in our investigation. Were they able to do that? At a given point in time, Akufo-Addo had a sister as a chief justice, right? Nabushu Niyere as the head of CID, Tiwa Akufo-Addo. No mean any ho. Investigations been on person to me. Even now, given the weaponization of the state institutions, including the judiciary to them. If EpaHoaDaben feels that President Mahama is born person prosecuting her, let him do that. It does not behoves on irresponsible individuals who are, so irresponsible and politically corrupt mental aliens to think that they have the right to go and pick it in the office of the former president, disrupt activities, and call that place, to disorder. When you make your office, so that people want to come and transact businesses, people who are coming to see the former president, people who are coming there to work and to ensure that the rescue mission of Ghana is accomplished. You are coming there to disrupt those activities. And you think we, as members of the party, we should, brush you with Charlie, you welcome to the office, come and pick it. I mean, can the Japan be here? Who the hell? Let them come.
Kingsley,
Masa,
wrap you up.
NDC members come to my house for Wunfia.
Please. No.
You big grown crofo.
Not a platform for this. Sorry. No. I'm not intimidating you. I am not intimidating you. No, with all due respect, I am not intimidating you. Look, your mic is off. Your mic is off. That's your mic. It's off. I am not intimidating you. But I am not going to allow you to use this platform to stir up emotions. I won't allow you to do that. I won't allow you to do that. I won't allow you to do that. Happy 90.9 FM no asuguzu auti. Njuma di ene EpaHoaDaben yem chema ne pawa sana edi unkomo. I won't allow you to do that. Kingsley. High Sense Television. Ewo ya dia bitimi ako any of the branches of High Sense across the country with me enya biato Na Oba Hisense, explore the world of Hisense and outcome televisions where innovation meets versatility. Our TV range offers a variety of sizes from the sleek 32-inch screen to the impressive 150-inch display, including new cutting-edge technological advanced laser television models. Hisense television combines sleek, stunning visual display, smart features, HDMI connectivity, and come with a remote control and wall bracket for optimal setup. Visit any Hisense showroom in Ghana from October 18th to October 28th, 2023, and grab a stylish Hisense television at a discounted price. Hisense everyday prices for everyday people. Frame 0302-550-000. No, any Hisense in common with some from mass word in the idea echoes more next year. Mass word in 2024 and also to medium who watch about any bo ache. Morning Brabbe for forms at Happy 98.9 FM. Your premises I sell them down and I'll bet you YFM at Cramo or call the numbers 0244-906235 and 0302-254-858 for further inquiries. Happy FM Valentine's Mass wedding, a warrior on another level. Mame and Kyle say will messages no I leave them in our comment section making kind. Look at another try and be part. Okay, all right, sure. This is needless. It's needless. Some of these things are really needless. So we don't. I won't entertain them. I'm sorry. Ora Solomon was my here. Two issues. Atuation or jail for 15 years.
And second one.
And a second one has got to do with the press conference fixing the country movement in Omoyeye on Airbus saga. They are saying that the office of the special prosecutor is delaying in prosecuting or investigating the matter and further prosecuting it. Pachama meet you.
Meda wa tiefo ase machia Kingsley na machia wankasa wonso. Enokre wo bele se mass wedding na oka ho asem no. Baba wano a ya hye mo bo ache no. Mo ma ne mra wieye na afi mo fa mo hye mo ware.
Second wife.
Enkofo ewia nkofo mama too much. Na wano afa omo. Uya ya fa link ne ma me mfa mrantie bi ahye bo ahya omunni so na mente omo to nkire ma no. Ato Asian 90 million. Otua mu say 35 ana.
Otua I mean say
37
million Ghana cedis.
Na chese na nka kase no almost 57 ana bi bisa me boa. Me na sem ne se ne koye na emede. I am against incarceration. Say obi afa oman ni sika. Prekope out de bo akotu jail no. Eno emfesika ne ba. To ko jail ne ba no aba be diska na. Nemo me hia sika no dia ye yakwan aye hospitals in schools. In the bus court no rely on section 35 no. E ka so mo na enya bargain bi no na mani age ho. Ampa e ba sa no wotumi tua bi. We nka enimoni mu na me de ko tu mu na ze nka 37 ni ya no god ko yo. Eno china chese e ho no etwa yie. Ba me de atwetwuma so no se. Wono nko na di bone wo sa capital bank ada. There was a capital bank no more board of directors. Aura mensa Otaben na da no anamebo.
Yeah.
In Japan say na atuesi enkwa no faces a problem. Be free say crime has no expiry date. Na any future government be must take a second and a critical look at sa capital bank asem no. Na me face a movement for change. Sa nyoma we ni dey ba Ghana sika bia yira oba bia de be gia ba be bo man no. Na ye dia develop man na ma emebunu no anya adwuma ne bi aye abane sa no me by me free kira aba na obi kira me say wo say ko school we proportion we proportion that and if 90 million Ghana cedis is to 15 years imprisonment then a 60 billion na yira of Bank of Ghana no ebe me how many years Nti
So,
yeah, besro ye ma me pa na obia wo di o ma anim.
If a year 90 million
Ghana cedi
is equal to 15
years
years
imprisonment, then 60 billion.
then what will 60 billion be equal to?
See if more or less divide, if less more
exactly,
divide.
Exactly. And
Such as here. That's the way no Jacob is 400 years old. Even on you know, and it is a ubusu and be wa bem na so disika. The also tia se and say de bia no onfe binsi. Send ye be na se abansa so mu a. Ne ka se fi sika bre ya. First of all, betia se utua with interest. Because Justice Chamber for not take case, so Casemi, and I agree with the judge. So at the time one Nasikano, one would do a monsa bomuno. Now the exchange rate, 3.27. And to divide 90 million by 3.27 now, clearly, that is around $29 million. Now, at the time, what is our judgment here, battle? Now exchange rate I jump to close to 13. And you know, see, they count plus interest rate because say, you go bank, you go business. In si what tell a pie, the may. Now say, they can't want. Natural say, a we pay. And I bear move for Sabi, Masha, that's where Bishop Mompassano. Mamundi got a rovo. Esan say, Password be obedient,
we have 666.7 666.7 90 millions and 60 billion.
667 and there's a yes who some that walk on it is a scale times 15 and to know so what shall my 60 billion you know on Saturday. And you check here, where you say, if less more divide, more less, but you know, a year foot. But if you say, you or my share, Obi Biaransa, I was say, Udi, you see, count crazy. I've been doing some little research. Make this time, no, I started changing my line of argument. Won't say, in period, I may rely on say, your tax to GDP ratio, form.
Yeah.
And until Emma
around 13.8.
13%. I have changed my position now.
Why?
Because I might developing here offer Dubai, and I said the UAE, offer Singapore, offer Malaysia, any in Krakasia or Mutumpona, almost tax to GDP is not more than 13%. And the question you ask yourself, say, then no mutu this 13% to GDP, no, a developer more mind. Now you need the same 13%, you know, you to develop your mind. The only reason I'll bet to me ascribe to say, yen to me, say, yen sikano, as you consumer, you can tell. Ye consumer, you can tell MTN, ever go see 6 classroom block, 200,000. A bank could see the same classroom block, 6 units, you know, 14 million cities. That is what the problem is. Then, yeah, a toward one yen to win. Se sika o kakra bi na wo ho ban yi a utumi ye ne odumi de enwoma bebre ye betua se sika wo wiase nyina ma wo enso se ne obedi ni ono nyafunyafo obi to nso etu siri wo kwa de wo se o ye chef wo kwa aba akoto 1000 series a ebe ye den ni watumpon na chese entwa yi now asemu e ba ye no nso no sa banking clean up no you see Atwasia ne capital banking se munyina efiri sa banking clean up no ne bae ade ba ko ebe hia me movement for change oral entremanten onya bedi oban animu a ye ne mu bi no ye be kasa won hwehwem ye pa ne wonu mu a na ye beneficiaries of sa clean up banking you know banking sector clean up and go for na say invest with banks and microfinance they call sika no so I'm passing on nyina wo investment e wo banks wa na say ebi ni mu bo fake shemu and ye twa mo kana nkofo koji sika no ekire so then originally now the estimate ni say between the 9 billion aye banking sector clean up ye wie na akwa do 22 or 21 billion. No? Was it the case, sir? Enipa ghost names big besishe mu a yedi sika koma wonu mu a na wonu mu deserve ana. And my research is closing up. Say new go fo bebira yetu omo ka no. Na they don't deserve. Sadi we baby. Now yet to me akoje excess of about 11 billion no asaba on mine. Mind you, IMF 3 billion to the Gold Coast for that your friend is a
Finance Ministry.
Finance Ministry. And he said, "Yen to me trauma go for first card in you." Now, a bad time. Look, and you ma SCA the recent past, you know, a tiakuma. Says here, Okaso being going to a bank bonda. Edia resume and oh, Obia and go for Ghana buy a man to swear economics textbooks. Oh, you know, catch and say. A buy who invest in a buying stocks in this annual way. Your friend say a secure. Then there's economic textbooks. Young go for be about defies our books. No, sa assumptions in ya. Or what say no? Ya Shaman Cosa. Na China open so be a be investor or may you more a bed than a sandy panel invested. And until ye be him. Na Messer say at Westian the autonomo. Emia, then so a banner. It's an time na a capital plus. Also free capital plus.
Yeah.
And a capital bank.
Yes.
Now or born homo de pa. Be kaipa. Time na the office war a chimota. Ultra piece of ammonia. No, or born homo. Now a quiet banker. A damn money for be back home, a damn money home, a back home. No, Mupaso Mujia Branty and a Juma friend, and a quiet chimpe. Divinamin dibi. And I have a beer. Edina kwa kudru. Ena no mpaebwa udwe mugu o ere kata kasanda ma entumi anya hwe. Ye be sra Israel nyame. Se onini bedi ni yi.
Israel ntokwaso.
Entokwa me ba ho. Se anu nyina expose sa fake nyoma a ye no krom hai. Ana de bia akọ Israel ni akofa boaba. Ena no ye se e ba be si cathedral. Ye nya asofo Paul ti krom a se aduane e bedi ekura ye Israel aduane. Tese jimi a ye ti krom ade. Nyame granu ye jimie levels na ye legendary tete bibia ye ti Israel ni so baby enu asa what say Israel abonten so ona mi Israel abonten Tel Aviv Jerusalem obati aran oba afro na moti kromo amu bompa ya mene akwa ba ko so ko Dubai ya wo guza me say direction to Saudi Arabia we hin ono so ekremoni o Adaya or bompa ya Saudi Arabia na say and I'm saying I'm going to Saudi for baby on Berensa. What dear. So unto Ghana. But they call her me started say me your interview. Ah, which country are you from? I'm Saudi. I said, why are you drinking alcohol? No, they won't allow me in Riyadh. They will allow me in Dubai. I quite a bad and I'm so who Jimmy out of Ghana. Wo bompa ya Saudi Arabia. Hey, your problem oh? Enti yan hwe sanyo ma we nyina mu. Na ye hwe mu wi a ye betumi akoyedim. Atosu mienu fix the Ghana movement. One of them say yanya de yem prosecute to
Fixing the country movement.
Fixing the country movement. Na so omo na wa ba mu anambwa. Enye osu bempa da.
Azen kan na ka mo.
Sabi me free mu no my abode foforo. Me kwa da ba we me nya ka prekura ni wo mu timi. Me akasa na me opposition in government da.
I feel like I ho. Officially. I just solo.
Oh, me the body for Sango Boy. What you are must fixing the country movement. What na honomo fixing the country movement? Your first focus must be on 60 billion. Now you see a Bank of Ghana. No, you nyamu 10% cry 6 billion. You bet you are fixing a crime baby. I say will be asemwa. Anyway, don't Muhammad, I don't sympathize because you see the problem in here. Sango for me, really take serious. Yom Comedy Babe, less in 2024 year. We back at Airbus. We just see a Bank of Ghana. And it's a movement tabano. Ghana forces also. But if the facing the Ghana a movement in a very serious many can say one more issues we are also handle quickly. First one, the Bank of Ghana 60 billion aira. Second one, yes, you can tell her you go no about him and pass it. Third one, we are youth now, I call UTV. A call also a more stop program, or call you hot chips in Yano. I was a soft program. na o fix saa nneɛma wɔ yɛ as for John deɛ Ghana fo nim sɛ deɛ ɔyɛ ɛnyɛ nti na ɔmpam no ɛno anyɛ yie nti na mo baayɛ enti sɛ waba na sɛ problems da so wɔ hɔ na wo deɛ ɔte ne fie na ase da bia akɔ akɔtaataa na wonyɛ serious. That is why we are coming in election 2024 no there will be a change of government, but that change will not be a changing from the new patriotic party to changing to the National Democratic Congress. There is a fine thin line between these two political parties.
What makes you different?
Yadi, me no ka say a division at all. Well, we vision say en coaching go for to Anambra, but I say en face Ghana or kwa demonstration a former president fee and the omo vision I don't know. Yadi e kire wo say Ghana form mebunu no come di omo. Wo mu ni adwuma ye. And it will run and catch one say. Made the great transformational planner. You need that one, you need to say, you have a bag agriculture, and the commercial farming by your corner. And the wood ya will not buy ya. You be won't go for about a ton of anti cocoa board. Now, what in your post harvest losses? And no basanwa. When you sound of buying in industries will also, yes, are processing. Now, we making sure, say. 60% of our raw materials yam process since when you to go to Kroma, who go to buy and to go to refine raw, and yam time yam one yam and yam crosses them say, or Maya yet to go for more than 100 years. Yen to be processing, quite a Western enclave, year 2 box I did port and ye. Esan say you need processing plant and no running case. You better add the iron, you better add the manganese, and you better add the bauxite to produce steel. Near the Akosha automotive development policy no one says here, and they are some more cars for Haro. I'm a member maybe I am debut. And you think the need for a third force, is very important. Yes, I'm going to be the agro. Baby, your money do and now good you a year policy. And election 2024 no. The Sanko for me and New York policy. Yeah, we will force them to speak to policy. If we say it took Dubai 30 years to develop. Between the National Democratic Congress and the New Patriotic Party, only 32 years, more do you have to Anyangway. Yeah, do you have to Anyangway? And the crowd, they chance soon say, or my penny or this one, on all leave.
But the political context is different.
Which one is that? Political context, Ben, how come once me?
You're talking about the sort of governance that we practice and the sort of governance that Dubai practice.
The same thing, Nipa they do on you. Leadership
but the system that have been created are different.
No, it's human beings that created the system. System Ben Okroma just will be my work $60 billion Ghana, a Bank of Ghana. System Ben Okroma just as a finance minister. This is a move now on mining, as a political party. I can see young going in through or man penny yet in one in through. System Ben no. System Ben a trust who parliamentarians are a hang parliamentar. More quiet to be Bank of Ghana free so opposition person ye be rebia was so that a Bank of Ghana a serious system. But unya correct leader, that's what do mine anymore. What do mano ebe fra dumu aqua dumu. And you know, so 32 years woman to me and Yahudia. Now you hear a renewed sense and a new direction. That new direction is ubenya an independent candidate or beba no aka Sefah wutie wo modern moso. So one adopt two and also one to about my independent candidate and also one dom movement in Bia Sefah wutie. A dear partner bema Ghana engage you services in an official capacity. Because you don't belong to the New Patriotic Party in its official any official portfolio. And I said the National Democratic Congress. And so I've been there with him, and so say time say of and go and no holding positions. I don't know Roland Chamati, so person break his barrier. Say Nipo be to one more. As on the politics stand tire muyentino, one woman to inform on politics. And the omni for my anymore now. You were teacher for baby, I didn't move dog. Mechanics may break one more, I didn't move dog. I tell a for me one more. I didn't know dog. Now so Esan said, your politics stand time to move to your binti debiano. Now Aquadebi yes or more yes a man for almost a bit may develop on mine.
Nanam Ponsan say, Sefah, I hope you see the hypocrisy of Alan's team. You claim the government has failed, and yet they are going around with the policy NPP introduced. 1D1F is not Alan's policy.
First of all,
policy or dream.
Mame nkyɛn mu aban yɛka sɛ government a yɛwɔ various sectors of a government. Owura Alankyerɛmante wofrɛ no sɛ baabi a wɔde hyɛ ne nsa no womɛdi ho adanse a obɛdi ho adanse. Ɛno nti na me ne wo kasa no mankɔ trade because trade wɔdeɛ ɛhɔ yɛ kama. Wɔyɛ hɔ yie. Ketia mo ne ba ya wo hu so ofi sɛ hɔ na sika kakraka bi da hɔ ba no sɛ hey de bia beti guta and wo dwane. But the truth of the matter is every trade intervention policy bi na also de ba no de ba yi. Me no ka sɛ Owura Alankyerɛmante ama ye export policy by 2030 no or expected Ghana between $25 billion. And now wama automotive development plan wama a 10-point industrial transformation policy so mano yere no one so mu year and be do catch us your strategic anchor industries abe wa catch on this one anything am bonsam dia o kan there is nothing like hypocrisy now one mo no ye sanko of one bia and ayon aso on daye ɛyɛ wɔn nwa sɛ yɛnyɛ mu bi yɛbɛtu ahwɛ wɔn mu anima ka no kora kyerɛ wɔn sesia no ɛnyɛ amaleba ɛna tia no wɔka no ɔbɛyɛ ne NDC MPP ɛyɛ me na bɛtie yi bɛyɛ sɛ 3 weeks ago ka ba ya la ga introduce me say national communication team member of New Patriotic Party ɛnɛ me yi bɔtɛn because we ase no wobɛdu Tel Aviv sesia meka sɛ nipa bɛ 2000 egu so mu di nsɛmpa ɛwɔ asase so a ɛna ɔmawue no ɛno na ɔmo nsɛm bɛdaadi ɛtumi nkyerɛ ɔma mo 2x4 no na de bia no yɛsi kɔdi ntorɔ na kɔdi ntorɔ me saa politics of atrodia who di ntorɔ na kɔmi de okura na ɔdi ntorɔ I won't do that reality so atmosphere eti movement na aba no ɛno na true challenge to this duopoly sɛ masa baby a yɛduro no ɛnyɛ saa NDC MPP at exam tantan no again when we say in Chichemua and the demonstration kakra almost facing the country move here unu ase om kwa koto de enfia ho waka no so be yo wa be kwa koto case bi no be obeto case no na waka ni imagine say amale ba makwa so osu be mpamu wonu a kwa mi ahen wo mi ahen se de ombesi bi anom no but essentially the movement for change ni nti mo kono mo ho a yene no ye ka policy na mabafia ekroma efia ba be ka kiro say election 2024 no between NDC and MPP mo jahwe gu na mkwakwe menka njiro waka ei muncha sa voice ntu o mempesa ya na we na ma nkofo de biti mo say asofo ye prophet on your prophet 1+1 is always 2 election 2024 no o mo kwakwe hwe mo jagu the kusa ene mamprusi ebe jabedem Gonya Mambrusi Jabedem. I'm not joking. I'm telling you in reality. The national security budget akoso. Now, I know that Ghana will look up to a very peaceful leader in the person of Alankyeremante. But yet they will say, "Oh, MPP, who this, who a private person." Owura Alankyeremante win elections, which is going to win anyway, a victory to you because you're about the kicker on mino and what dear woman ya, a malabama, what dear woman ya near the aqua juma. Na ya magana na din kunim eti basra but you see we raise issue be say Owura Mahama hono a private property basra Owura Mahama say nkofo no so ayo madwe so be demonstration what the umbra be a public property no mutum be demonstration in chero na oji petition na omonfanko mamunko buo e bro no nye mo buo mo a e be say politics na be violence.
Lord Pani says, please, I want to ask some questions. Does Fixing the Country have lost members? What if NDC elements also join them? Can police stop any of them? If fights then breaks from amongst them, will the police be happy? Or if the NDC goes ahead to also organize their so-called cleanup, what will happen? These are legitimate questions. Also, good afternoon. If I'm watching you live from WA, my humble regards to my boss, Senior Solomon Owusu, for the good work he has been doing for Alan John Kojo Chermating. Good afternoon going out to you, Haruna Jibril.
Haruna Mechiano is a wonderful guy. These are the young men that must be allowed to work. Now, Juma Haruna Jibril, yes, in his capacity, a Ghana force a bonnet domino. it will marvel you. Na nini na emu no, ma memfa bibi ntwa to se wo se enra na ye omampani dada akofo ehokafo bahema Teresa kofo edi ne na wotweda. Na yebeda obia bia se orala nchemante no ho pampe movement na yekoye ne so na efe echitafo e bae so na de ba ku bi si ho no mo amenti ase second lady one orala nchemante o problem ana
I have no idea.
oba hima ukunu chia na de wan chia just o mu he ei ye kukuru bunie ni kuru chia on de o dia ba bi kura no cha ei but ni nyina mu no observers hu ye be ka kire wo mu se whether wo chia wo wan chia wo hu ora la nchemante na mu na wa mu na nanim ebeda ballot no so now matisu se enkofo bi nenam nkurase ni especially se me no ye nuanu mo e wo nkurase ne di agro ana omo ne nam se ora la ne de enya de obesa babak obeba back with MPP. Ma me kan che mo fidi edu akire enu okra mu ntwa mo nyina.
Majority leader Eka said the party leadership should quickly take steps to bring Oral and Chematen back to the party. Go back to the
Enipa ba ko a wagu party ne majority leader. Nipa ba ko a wagu NPP no majority. Woni say ono na mire bi e ba second ofuri ata na say na no hododo no. Na ye kwa ko ready budget a ebeto dwa so. Ye pesenka Oral and Chematen for the new onyam konko ready budget. Wo ye ya that the Oral and Chematen do parliament o chia kwa wan chia do kra. Woni na sa be ka say ye ndia kanaize party no. Honestly, when the Akanaize party no, na the Akanization of MPP no, me too on fu be say. So person Ghana focus MPP nya can party. The MPP for also me nyira say, wo mutu among the whole country no go catch can for to Obama party ni ya say. Eh, say dey mutu Obama ya. Ye be ka say ya can party the mama to Obama e. Na ye hu say ye call election no, akan for to Obama e no ye be ka say nya can party you. And wo dream one and mo the Akanaize say dey ye the come vice president. Yes, so the movement for any account for any quackable. Yet the India Akanaize. Ye account votes no pa. Ye account votes no. And you cook Kumasi and Yama. So we share 3 voters via a mumianu. A movement members. And no nako ka ora chambersa. One who say, hey, say baby, I didn't do a hanwashi. Say yen sanko fa ora alanche mantembra. Na mi busa question bio. Sefah. Ye pe. Abua chiari na wo kokohwe de ugina o kire se akoko ne gina na wo kokohwe de onya abua wo si yansan kofa oral antremantembra meanwhile you were leading member of the MPP ada na wo wunni animu na nkonkofa ne ma mo nkonfa ne mra ho na wo refer to.
So there is leadership of the party. And
national chairman na woni oral antremante ko hye kukuam di nkomo obedi ntro wa bonte oral antremante be ka wanti ento no betwa ko bia godi nkomo na next time no muko nam godi bottle ho nkomo a wo ba aso ye di camera ho nkomo wa na be ma sa audience no wa na eko wo de body ne ye nya vetting committee members ye ba ko di say your friend say obi amu a ono ye vetting committee member no he was the first to declare for Baumia ono na ekwa na woro kwa de osi yensan so nkonko siw yenko injante oral antremante ne law no sa na ekire no o emi yaso ko pembe ko me din ho ya I'm telling you na ni nyina mu no movement members are very focused esan say ye hu oral antremante ne hu hia o Ghana politics emebu no se ne o machi bia gina to mu no anu achi na monko so amra mo bia na adam so independent candidate winning that we will make that history in this country. And we are very much focused. Because we don't see Beninua president, so independent candidate. And there is always a first time to everything. Now from March of next year going, the campaign you have never seen the likes of it before.
Happy 90.9 FM now, so good to you know. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and as part of our celebrations, Global Media Alliance Broadcasting Company, JMBC, is putting in place some activations and events to commemorate today. Today, we want to address some of the myths and misconceptions about breast cancer. Myth and in here. Or say carrying your cell phone in your bra can cause breast cancer. The fact is, there is no evidence that carrying your phone in your bra can cause breast cancer. T. There is no evidence that carrying your phone in your bra can cause breast cancer. There is no evidence of that sort. So please, those myths, we must do away with them. Onum there.
Medical doctor, be said.
Okay.
David, where's your medical doctor?
Sir, can't own no for no one. Make us do phone.
No, some me adult, me a married man.
Yes, of course
I
I know.
about the mature.
Yes, I know.
And to me no for. But if you are worried, Anna, and this or no for. Call them Janny, now go you be baba. And then I come for some marriage a year more, say. And my one
happy of a mass wedding.
Mamma, where we are cray, and no man say, I'm you better travel luck. On a meeting, by Drew Beer, while we are a bear machine, you use your way and take.
People are commenting on this particular statement. Of a case, Sefah, tell Solo, Ashanti Regional Line get 10 votes. Dr. Mamumia, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia,
what's a second? Had there been a short trial? God is a good.
Maminka message.
I can't hear come out.
So he should stop wasting his time for Alan.
Yeah.
Ashanti will vote for Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. One of the and Amos Delao Sefah. Please, you are waiting for tomorrow's protest. How things will go. Tomorrow, there is no protest. Protest be anywhere, Koso. The protest is to happen on November 16th, 2023. We is from Abna Echan. Or see, 1D1F is Alan's policy. It is an open secret. And he was at that time a member of the New Patriotic Party.
Your friend say Abna de.
Abna Echan.
Abna Echan, no, I've been a dome with him. You see, Ghana for fish and go for him, the Akoso on my move. I've been a Chinese.
So no,
now
can I continue?
But my mama, 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Are
you
the one moderating this show?
No,
but how do you say 3 minutes?
But I ain't your opposition. What do you mean by the time?
Be fair to me.
I have always been fair to you.
Be in your fairness.
I gave you ample time to speak.
I mean, who about a woman Ghana Police Service who your mother granted the permission, say, President Mahama.
That's why you're not Ghana Police Service.
Okay, good. I don't need to be them. But someone in your politics, no more as professionals, it doesn't make sense for granting this permission. But see, I am happy say if we Ghana Police Service boom and you're from the court. No more bar, say me kind me we program no man from me in fear and be me fear.
Kingsley.
Having said that, so no ejina na okay can I drink. Na Mahama yede. Na Alan, na NDC for na ye name. Hey, Charlie, Ghana ni yetimu. Mona mkochi adwi wo kurom e wo yire mu. E na mo share ntoma. E frere ntoma share chaw de ne be ya busua pani. Enne wabo man no.
Adwe
E kasa ko ada wonti twi.
Minti twi.
Ada wonti twi de okobi ebusa wala na. Enne mo bom ko ko na busua fo mu fi chebi. Abo man na wia. Mo se makote movement. Mo fi for osoro echi abedara for franto. Ye mbo ye nsem framo. Mo na agem kware yaba. Na ye bia ka bi papi betima fi osoro mu abage hu. So not hey outwardly or you have a front top, but inwardly also
had a country
or a mixed breed.
You want to also
mixixed breed.
Butterfant.
Okay, somewhere. Apostle Peter John, that's John the Apostle. A kind in the book of Revelation chapter 13. Every verse, I think from verse 7, they bad down. Or say, no, who are Bobby of Fias as so bad, or to so giant, to so grandma, no Casaso or Chassis.
Kingsley, yes.
Front of the day, but Casaso or so. Body, be a crowd. I love what you say. A buyer no cahuno. Was in a coup for the mambo funti, a bad day part on my message. It wouldn't message into a great job. Got a moment. The fantastic economic team no can be.
What's it?
The fantastic economic team. No.
I said, no, deliver one second.
Oh,
no, deliver one second. About 2 minutes.
One was I can say, Okoye Kumasi, was a yes, MPP a business for buying. But MPP buy a business in a good industry. Alachemati before industry from President Mahama, 8.9%. Or about 4.2.
Massa, for 7 consecutive years. For 7 consecutive years. Sefah, you have to correct him. For 7 solid years.
Why are you ranting?
All under the
Why are you
regime.
Why you have your time? Why you are quiet? On what the coach she say?
Pacho,
Now, Alachemati, I feel you
What's it?
or your special initiative, presidential special initiative.
Yes, Yanko.
Egui, what about Egui?
Cassava.
I am so happy, sir. I am so happy, sir. Because from March this year, campaign beshas here. Ghana buy de. Obi a was say man penye kuforo ni petite da so odin pa say de omu bi da. Otu fu bia onfa.
Thank you very much, Kingsley. Amaliba Socrates, say Henry Bandy, Socrates' wisdom, and we will not vote for Mahama. Henry Bandy will say, I will support the demo with 500 bottles of water. Wafake will say, if I tell Amaliba tomorrow I'll join the demonstration. He can't do Foko. There is no demonstration tomorrow. Timpacho. Mama enti na yemfa ento yasum solo mamema 1 minute na yensori jumadi ni so da
President special initiative banchia oralante de bae no oko bodua so
banchi ni enkranje dua de ne den ne ko bae
ni nyina se
enkranje ri ni na
free so
da enkranje dua no enkranje
you see ye free so no also beto aso ana omo person omo bo abronti omo ja bibia emane ekwa you see ofa bodua se de oralante mante e free so a Guinness for ko take over omo hu se ekoyi no den na NDC for the call say ade na ban na disika ko munti no ya ban dia wonu no omo ba chese yembe se o man no kwa no mbe ye o ana omo nya omo counterpart woni u patriotic party mo chese yense nko a enunti na this time around
Who's ngongo
aye
how you've suddenly changed
no I have not changed. I'm only speaking truth. Who tell me ba me come out change ba ma me nka bibi ncho aban na nkasa na wonum sa asai na ban no president or this was say yentwe nipa obeba bedi na dia say was some problem me na me ba be kesa se mu ya cho o man bi akaba na ka salary bi a oji after that statement yakoji esika back because there is no work going on. The man is not working. Otmas here anything who here say make bibia say magana for nkohwe John Mahama enko nkohwe obi MPPD ba now emom monko ha de okuta vision no you roll antebante na my life will never be the same. Me pesa mko akoto ba mo ba be nwinwi e be do halfway mo safi de hia ku dita there be to aba mani papa and only the great transformational plan.
And we need experience, not experiment. Allah is experiment.
Experience ba kwa ye ko fa de John Mahama oba ye da sumu for
the best of
en kwada nyina che rashes kwada na chi nyina ye rashes ni papa bon se muti John Mahama man rashes yi
Kofu ta we public sector we do no boy.
No dia no ye.
Who fed me coffee was so top perfume.
Oboa.
Na dey show the for move. Dey to show that.
John Mahama abraso da ya kwatam 620 million ma capital bank here ene
Kofu galo.
man it be na man 620 a en kwadere se kwa kobobi mu wa ba be pe prisoner se mama obi abrantie e kwa kodem
solo
ni pa bone se
so je bosia o bank
aha
nti aba bo bosia ye money
o se
bosia ye money
we ye ncheni
bosia ye money
we wo man ko
bosia ye money
argument
capital bank
in your argument you stated say bosia no nya bone name what you use the bosia
exactly and you see and you buy more bosia the government should come and sit down and coach you what to do
recapitalization and am go chedi but Bana
is that what you are telling me?
This Bana Kasa was a west from which is Kennedy.
The bad recapitalization by Bono Ukruma.
Recapitalization.
I used to say money.
There was nothing like recapitalization.
That you want understanding?
If you want to recapitalize,
recapitalize
very well.
So now,
what do
you are a businessman.
How can you
see?
How
can
I
run other people's down?
Stop. How can I give you money?
Obi appropriate public resources. Know that these are some of the consequences.
What are the consequences?
So what you are supported by the public funds?
What measures?
No mismanagement.
What measures did you put in place to forestall any mismanagement?
What
Yes, happy 98.9.
Yapon. Yapon. Solomon Owusu Jina Muma, the fixing, fixing, movement for change, and Kingsley Haruna Maliba, you, Mati. As I was in Yanko Bond, between the hours of 5:30 a.m. and 9 a.m. And a year between the hours of 1 and 5 p.m. Watching a Friday, Buja, my sorry from Kojo Danquah, Sefah, my men will be say you tune in from 1 p.m. up until now. Me sorry, a year 1 put 2 sports.